Please welcome onto the field, led on by the captain, Rich Atkinson, Cary Cricket Club. Your umpires for this cup final, Alan Ritchie and Jeff Wall. And opening the batting for Uphill Castle, Finn Turtwood and Jermaine Jones.
Welcome to the Coupett's Associates Stadium for this final game between Castle Cary and Uphill Castle, the T20.
Opening the bowling from the river end.
Castle Cary won the toss and elected a field. And we have Finn Churchwood and Jermaine Jones opening the batting for the Castle.
Yeah, we've just taken Harry's job. He just went to get a drink and he's come back, but I think he's had enough for today, so he's going to let someone else have a go.
Not your first gig at the campground this either, Ben, is it?
Been here a couple of times. It was moving about here a bit on Friday. I'd like to see if from up here if the pink ball does as much as it did on Friday.
Yeah, we've had two very different games though today. The first game it was very batter heavy, and I think the bowlers probably had more of a game the second one.
Coming in from the river end.
Steady start up from down lake.
Yeah, Finn gets forward. He survived two more balls than he did yesterday.
Yeah, how did yesterday go? Big title decider, wasn't it yesterday, Ben?
Yeah,
between these two teams.
Our Aussie superstar nicked off first ball. When we're chasing 2-4-2, it's always a good start. Oof.
So looking for revenge today, then, is it safe to say?
Yeah, I think so. The game got played in very good spirits yesterday. And to be fair to them, Castle Cary deserved the win. They've beaten us twice this year, went up as champions, but we got enough done, got the job done just to get across the line and get promoted. But I think Finn's up some runs on what looks like a good batting track today.
Yeah, I think obviously was used Friday, used again yesterday in two games today. It'll be interesting to see if how the spinners go. I think that seemed to dominate the last game, so yeah, we'll see if it has equally amount of sway in this game.
He was moving it about a lot yesterday.
Did he get you out yesterday?
No. All over the top from Finn. He's going to go. Pushing for two. And Uphill Castle are off the mark. Well, we were 0 for 2 yesterday at the same stage, so that's it's got to bode well, hasn't it? 2 for 0.
It's a big improvement.
I hope there's going to be no bias here today, Nikki, from the Western Supermare point of view.
No, absolutely not. I've known a lot of the Uphill players and volunteers for a very long time, so absolutely not.
Oof. That did a bit, I reckon.
So who are the players to look out for in the Castle team today?
Well, to be honest, I think it's down to the batting for me. Like, if Finn gets going and can bat through maybe or go deep, and then you've got the likes of Jermaine, Coxey, who are the big hitters. But bat all the way down, but I think it's all about the batting for me. That's a great shot. He's tying the trousers off that, through the wicket.
First boundary of the final.
Looks like he's seen it quite well early on, which bodes well for us. Obviously, no bias here either. Honest. Yeah, pretty tight first over. I thought he bowled quite a good line there. But I think Finn will like the ball coming on the hard tracks. It's a bit more like what he's used to back home. He's been complaining about it to me all year about how the soft puddings we play on. But
the weather hasn't helped that though, has it?
No. Just thinking I think if he gets his eye in today, hopefully, from our point of view, he can go deep and everyone else can bat around him. But this is Jermaine taking guard for his first ball of the final. He batted really well. A very Jermaine Jones innings yesterday. Batted patiently. Probably because he was batting with an old guy who took a long time couldn't even get the ball off the square. But I like to think that a bit of experience in his ear helped him grind out a few full defences even yesterday. But he'll go a long way today to seeing if we can get post a good score against Cary's very, very good bowling lineup.
It's a big boundary out there today, so it's going to take some real positive batting.
Starts off with the wide, yeah.
A little bit surprised that Mike King's not opening. Normally takes a new ball. Very effective in league cricket this year for them.
I was going to say, they've had in both games we played against them earlier in the season and yesterday. The opening partnership was definitely the key to their bowling attack, and they bowled brilliantly yesterday. Another one down the leg side. Crowd getting a bit involved, I can hear out the window. It's been a good crowd today as well for all three games so far.
It's been really well supported. I think helped by a beautiful sunny day.
Absolutely.
And then some great cricket, and I think a lot of the teams from the first game have stayed and made a day of it. So hopefully this might be one of the more raucous crowds as we get through.
It's quite a tight line to Jermaine. He's sort of tying him up on his leg stump. It's probably a very big boundary leg side from here, isn't it? Would you say it's like that's going to be a big hit? That's his sort of area.
I think most of the sixes today have been hit towards the Somerset stand and the James Hildreth. I think in particular.
Got one away. That's gone. Jermaine's off the mark.
Diving effort there for Joe Atkins.
I think if these two can get a good start, the confidence will rise, especially from yesterday, because Cary bowled so well yesterday on a testing track, but they made 2-4-3, so they made use of it. I think it will be good confidence booster for the uphill boys to get a good start, and so far so good.
Quick single there.
Yeah, what a lovely day for the finals day. And actually quite a good weekend for the last weekend of cricket in Somerset, considering the summer we've had.
Yeah, I think all the leagues probably really pleased that it was a dry weekend, because there was so much to play for across all the competitions in the county. So a dry weekend ensures there's cricket and promotion, relegation decide on the field rather than what's fallen from the sky.
Looking for the quick single Finn, but good fielding. I've just realised we've got two left armers opening the bowling for Cary.
What type of score do you think Castle will be looking for?
I'm not sure. Looking at the two games previously, they've been quite reasonably low scoring. Overthrows, get an extra run there. In the build-up to the final, I think T20 probably suits our batting style more. So I'm thinking maybe 140, 50 par, but they'll probably be looking to go maybe 160, because the Cary boys yesterday batted really well to get to 240 on a testing wicket. So going to have to put up a good total to be competitive.
I think that's finished the over.
In the second game, Bath and Bridgewater, it was quite a tense game all the way through. No one really got away from either side, did they? With the bat.
No, I think both teams bowled extremely well. Really tight bowling. from both teams. So Bridgewater with Hamley and Pope, and then Singleton taking 3 for 14 in the middle. Never really allowed Bath to get away, and every time they looked like they were on top and building a bit of momentum, they lost the wicket. And I think Bridgewater's innings almost mirrored it, but probably just didn't have that one score. So I think Jason Marshall hitting 41 was probably the only score of note for either team, but obviously Will Arney getting, I think, 20 at the end, and then bowling so well, 1 for 9 really probably was the real difference, and Bridgewater just left themselves a little bit too much to do.
Yeah, I thought that there wasn't a boundary for a long while until sort of the penultimate over, but I think skipper Holiday will take 18 for 0 of 2. But it'd be nice to sort of set a nice total to set it up for a nail-biting game that goes all the way. In this, can we call it autumnal sunshine now? Is it autumn or is it summer? I've forgotten.
It is autumn.
It is autumn, officially.
Meteorological autumn now.
That's what the sun's come out.
Oh, it's a bit inside edgy, but it looks like it's running away. That's 4 for Finn. He's taken a bit of flack, to be honest. Great season, but probably hasn't done as good a job as he'd hoped for the last probably 3 or 4 weeks. So hopefully for us, he's got a bit more in the tank today. But he's played brilliantly all season. It's been.
So you're saying that he owes you a performance?
I don't know about that, Matt. I think that's quite a strong opinion, but maybe. This is what these two will do well. They'll run really well between the wickets, backing up, looking to push the singles, push the ones into twos, especially on a big field like this. I think that'll be important.
Yeah, I think probably the main difference, I think, between the two finals we've had so far today is that in the first game there's a lot of singles, a lot of twos taken, not many dot balls, whereas I think that in the Major Cup both teams did really well and built pressure and created dot balls, which then pressure wickets, whereas at the moment Upper have been very positive and Castle Cary have not been able to just stop the singles so far, so making good use of the power play.
Jermaine flicks onto the leg side. It's running away to the backward square boundary, but picked up. Comes through for 2. Jermaine has really come into his own this year, I think. I think having Finn being the sort of stalwart at the top of the innings has let him be able to play his natural game, coming in at 3 and 4 in the 45 over game. But and actually, he hasn't got that many runs in the T20s, but this is his game. You know, all the sides in the league know it, and hopefully, for as far as we're concerned, he will come good today. But he's batted really well this season. I think he's scored nearly 600 runs so far. That's a great shot over the top. A couple of bounces into the advertising hoardings for 4 over long off. I thought I might put the commentator's cast in him, was going to chip one up in the air then, but
it's a very good start here.
His bat is about 4 pounds in weight. I can't hardly pick it up. That's not saying a lot, but it's a big old bat.
A big powerful lad.
He does hit a long ball. I think they're a good partnership, these two, because I think they're very different in their game and the way they organise their batting. I think it'll play off quite nicely between the two of them. Oh, right over the top from Jermaine. That's gone all the way. That's a big hit. That's the first 6 of the innings.
Great.
Nice bit of willow there from Mr. Jones. Last ball of it's only the 3rd over. Well, it's 4.
Fantastic start.
It's a really good start. Paddy will be very happy with this, especially after yesterday. I think we were probably this off about 60 overs yesterday. It felt like that.
Yeah, so currently
34 for none off 3.
Yeah, currently Jermaine has got 17 off 6 balls.
He can do this, and as I said, for our point of view, hope he continues. He's very correct, actually. Plays in the V very well.
Yeah, very strong straight from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, often the occasion of playing here can really get to the batsman. So it's really nice to see him playing so positively from the start.
Yeah, it's been a really positive start, and the bowling's been pretty tight. I would say there's not been much loose, so it has been a very good start from the Castle boys. Finn drops and chops it down to backward point for a single. Gets Jermaine back on strike. That's also crucial, I think, the rotation of the strike. Some of the other game that I watched in the Senior Cup final, I don't think there was that much rotation of the strike when the bowling team was getting on top, and I think that could be crucial for both teams in this final, making sure they're keeping the scoreboard ticking and the rotation of the strike going.
Yeah, definitely make sure minimise the dot balls as Jermaine.
Jermaine, that's in his shot, and that is 3 or 4 bounces again into the long off boundary for 4. Timed that well. I hate to say it, but he didn't time it brilliantly.
No.
Otherwise, it could have been up here with us.
It's that £4 bat. It's just got enough behind it. But yeah, they've done well. They put pressure on Castle Cary, who've been serial winners. And obviously going back-to-back league wins. So.
And also, their second team, I believe, were champions of Division 6 yesterday, and their first team champions of Division 1. That's a cracking season. With this to come on a Sunday, what an end to the season.
But Uphill Castle had a real resurgence this year as well, haven't you?
I like to think it's because of our youth policy, Nikki.
Well, yeah, I think you're probably right. It all starts with the youth, and it filters through the club, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, we've had a tough couple of years. And I think there have been a few changes. Obviously, having the 2 boys come in this year has been brilliant for us. Finn at the top of the innings and scoring, 900 plus league runs has been sort of the foundation. What a shot!
If you run it off the face down to.
Yeah, would you call that a very, very late cut?
Yeah,
if I'd hit that, it would have been an outside edge, and I'd have got abuse for it. But that from Finn, I know that was probably meant.
I think he looked like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he does. He's so calm at the crease as well. He generally doesn't get flustered very much. No. Right the way through the season to hit 900 league runs has been a
great shot there. Just let the ball come onto the bat, use the pace.
It's definitely been the foundation to our season.
Yeah,
he's not very old either, is he?
He's 19. He's comes from Queensland, up in the North of Queensland, from Cairns.
First year in UK?
First year in the UK, yeah. He's got family from the UK, so he's got a UK passport. He's I think his mum's from Kent originally. He's still got family down there. So, but he's definitely enjoyed his first year playing over here. Whip through to the mid-wicket boundary. Great fielding there.
Yeah, chased that down well.
Really well.
It's a long old boundary over there.
And that is one hell of an arm as well. He's absolutely nailed that throw. Keeping Jermaine to 2. The score goes on to 47 now from 4 overs.
This is definitely the best start of the day.
I'm excited what they can pull out the bag when they've played themselves in. I think they already have played themselves in.
I don't think Jermaine can play himself in. He probably played himself in yesterday. Because honestly, I've never seen him play such a responsible innings yesterday. He really dropped anchor and looked solid and did the hard graft. So hopefully that can help us out today. But if he can cut loose, then it bodes well for us. But I think there's a bowling change here for Castle Cary. Is this Kinger coming on?
Yeah, it looks like this is Mike King. Normally very economical and quite a prolific wicket taker. Certainly over recent seasons.
Coming on from the River End.
Next bowling from the River End, Mike King.
So this will be Finn. He didn't get to face him yesterday because he nicked off to their other opener.
Danny Lake.
To Danny, yeah. So
what a
lovely cover drive. I'm not sure. Can I say shot of the day?
So far,
Probably
is.
That was incredibly correct. He just caressed that through a wide cover.
And that's the 50 partnership.
And moves Uphill Castle to the 50 mark within 5 overs.
Tremendous power play so far.
Plays it late, well fielded at backward point. No run. So 51 without loss to uphill. I think Cary will be dying to take a wicket as early as they can to get into that sort of uphill castle, upper middle order.
Yeah, they need a breakthrough here desperately. Just try and change the momentum.
See, that to me is a great shot from Finn. It's been two or three good deliveries, pinned him down a bit after that glorious cover drive for 4, knocks it into the leg side, drops it in for 1, takes the pressure off, brings Jermaine back onto strike. Interested to see what they do with the field here. There's 2 outside the square, outside the 30-yard circle, and they're pushing long leg back now.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here.
And they've pushed long on back, which...
whether they think he's just going to keep going.
Takes his guard. It's down the leg side for a wide. I think that might be playing on their minds as well. The pressure will be coming on the bowling team now at 52 without loss from 4.3. Good solid start considering the way the games have gone so far over this weekend. That's probably about as good as it gets. Matt, would you say that?
Oh, it's the best start.
The games?
It's best start of all the finals this weekend so far. It's
Jermaine goes over the top. That's a big hit.
6 more.
Maximum.
It's just over it's crept over the boundary. That's a great shot. Wide long off for 6.
Powerful, clean swing of the bat.
I think he's enjoying himself today. He looks like he's enjoying himself. They're very tight with their lines and lengths. There's no free hits, definitely. So it's been very positive from Uphill Castle's point of view so far.
So he's currently strike rate of 300.
Long way down the track. They hurry through for 1. Did he get an inside edge on that? No, leg by.
Leg by. Yeah,
I'd say that's
currently Jermaine has got 30 off 11, 3 4s and 2 6s.
Brings Finn Churchwood back onto strike.
He's slightly more pedestrian with 25 off 18 balls.
Things with it won't worry Finn. It won't worry him at all.
No, he's still striking at 140, so
really good single there from the guys. That's sharp.
Yeah, really well.
Good bit of
Really
fielding
well
as
done
well.
that.
Bowler did brilliantly to stop it going through with the dive after a very good ball, and yet they still managed to get a run. Yeah, I think Paddy will be very happy with the start Uphill Castle have made from the
So that's 61
first
off
5 overs.
So 1 over left of the power play.
After 5 overs, Uphill Castle are 61 runs without loss.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Finn will be the anchor that won't mind batting through for a run of ball, maybe a bit more. He's done that pretty much all season in whatever cricket he's played. But although he didn't trouble the scorers yesterday, if he does get going, he tends to keep going. I know that I'm coming from a biased point of view here, but it's he likes getting set. When he's set, he likes going long and deep into the innings. So Andrew Bartlett coming on from the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion end. He bowled brilliantly yesterday. He got a really good left-hander out.
Very good, very experienced bowler, Andrew.
He was ripping it yesterday. He bowled a really good tight line. He couldn't have gone for many runs, and I think he ended up with 2 or 3 wickets. But he bowled nine on the bounce yesterday. Very, very tidy bowling.
I think this could be interesting because at the moment pace on the ball has gone the distance, and obviously I think Cary have got a few spinners in the team, and having watched the last game from the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion and Bath bowled all their overs of spin from this end, so be interesting. This might be the time the game changes slightly.
He was certainly giving it a big rip yesterday, and to be fair, although they bowled very tight, their openers yesterday, it was the slow bowlers that did the damage. Really restricted us to scoring freely, and they got the job done. And he was a major part of that. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes today. Sweep from Finn. Out to the backward square boundary. They're going for 2.
A great throw.
That is a bullet of an arm. Absolute bullet of an arm.
Got a feeling I think that's Matt Holland out there.
He's done really well there, restricting Uphill Castle to 2 runs off the bat of Churchwood. Goes to the sweep again. Must have got something on that because it's not wide.
Yeah, I think it was off the pad. Might see a replay in a minute. Ben, on your screen over there.
Castle, I say Castle, Uphill Castle move on to 63 foot without loss from 5.3 overs. Finn goes back and chops one to backward point. It's fielded really well, and it's a dot ball. It's a pretty tidy start from Castle Cary's.
Already the change of pace. You just see a little bit, not quite there as it was for the seamers.
Pitched up. Oh, gets a little bit lucky there. A bit of an outside edge. It's running away towards the third man boundary, but picked up. But Uphill Castle come through for 2 more to Churchwood. Score moves on to 65 without loss, with 1 ball remaining in the 6th over. It's the first seagull I've seen today.
Yeah, they'll be swooping in later in the day.
Well timed there from Finn, through covers. Another great stop.
Good stop there.
Come through for 1.
A very, very tidy first over. Certainly the most economical of the game so far.
So Uphill Castle now 66 without loss from 6 overs. So that's the fielding restrictions gone, and we're
That's the end of the power play.
power play is over. And I would say, Nikki, I'll ask you, how would you say the first 6 overs have gone?
I would be very happy if I was Uphill Castle to have that start. Like we've already said, this is the most positive start we've had all day. Very, very different to the Major Cup game where the bowlers were dominating. I think Castle Cary, they could be at that point where their heads are going to start to drop, and that could make it an even bigger score.
I'll come in there. I think they're experienced enough to not let that happen. What they have got is a lot of experience on their side, and I think they've played brilliantly all season. I'd like to see how that develops through the innings, but so if they can get a couple of wickets, I think it brings them back into it.
There's another
Of course,
spinner with Holland.
they've brought the spinners on, and this fielding is top notch, and that could start to put a bit of pressure on these two if they're limiting them to the singles.
Well, I think, as you alluded to earlier, the bowling's been pretty good, and the fielding's been bang on. There's been some couple of great diving stops, so they're limiting the scoring shots at the moment. So I think you're right. I think this is a crucial period, the next 5 or 6 overs, to where this innings develops to. Jermaine looks to go over the top and is hit on the pad.
I think he was looking to hit that over the flats then.
But Uphill Castle have got some good batters still in that dugout. I've seen George Cox bat before, and he can change an innings. He really can.
It's a mighty blow down to long on, but again, well fielded from
Brilliantly clean fielding that.
And another gun arm right back to the bowler above the stumps. Keeps Jermaine to 1 run. Yeah. You're right, Nicky. George is a great attacking batsman, and I think from Uphill Castle point of view, if they can keep this up and he can come in with the score, above 100, say, with not many overs to go, he could be destructive. That's a massive 4. Like a slog sweep there from Churchwood. Beats the fielder sort of on the inside, maybe a bit of spin there. Sent in the wrong way.
If these two keep the pressure on, and they're allowing the other batters to come in and play their game and just sort of slot straight in there, aren't they?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if these two can get through to the midway point with the likes of Tommy Lou, George Cox, Sam Matthews, Charlie Hugh, they can all hit big balls. They like going for it.
The thing is, now at the moment they've got a very good platform here, and actually they can probably afford to have a couple of quieter overs and not be panicked that they're behind the rate. Or
oh, that would have been a great catch, one-handed. He did really well to get to it. But Church a bit lucky there, sort of looked like a leading edge maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it was a bump ball or not. I don't know whether we might get a replay from
We might get a replay to see if it was.
But you're missing a couple of players today. Ashley Allen.
Well,
I think Ashley would have had a field day out there today.
yeah, absolutely right. I mean, Ashley's been massive for us this year as well. Notably with the ball, obviously, but also with the bat. And in the T20, he comes into his own because he's got all that experience.
I was going to say, he comes in with so much experience, doesn't he? Having played Weppel, Prem 1, Prem 2. He's a really good player and really good signing for Uphill Castle this year.
No, he's definitely helped. I think he gives that balance to the bowling lineup as well. And he gets through his overs so quickly, and he's so accurate. Just puts pressure on people. I'm sure I saw him bowl a 40-second over this year, and it was like, it's got to be a world record. If Norris McWhirter was still about, he'll be asking the Guinness Book of Records to go and have a word with him, I think, because it definitely puts pressure on the batsman when it's a tight game. He gets through his overs so quickly. But unfortunately, he's away on business, so we've lost him for today, which is a big miss.
And then Tommy Davis is actually representing Kings at Arundel today, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
I think that's probably a difficult decision for him. Did he go to Kings and play that game, or did he come here?
Yeah, and do you know what, Nicky? I think you're right. What you said earlier about us developing, having had a couple of more fallow years. Like this year, we lose 2 of those players, and we've still managed to get to a final and put out a really strong first 11. Where that wouldn't have happened a couple of years ago. But those young boys coming through. Tommy's 14. You've got Charlie Houck, who's now 18, nearly 18, I think. But he's come through from being 13 and had some tough years playing first team cricket as a very young player. But I think that will bode well in the future. Yeah. And days like today with his experience now at this level. Finn punches one off the back foot through to long on for 1. Uphill move on to 74 without loss from 7.3 overs.
Another tight over so far from Bartlett. This.
Been very tight. He did this yesterday and actually ground people down. Doesn't give a lot away. Jermaine hits through the leg side to deep mid wicket, and again, good return from the fielding side. They're really on point with their fielding. Been impressed with them so far. Oh, was that a chance? Has he nicked that?
Has he nicked it?
Or has that gone right the way through? We'll have a look at the umpire. No, that's four. He's nicked that. So it's gone through just past the right hand.
Replay coming up there.
Just past the right hand of the keeper.
Yeah, just a little nick.
Yeah, it was a tiny.
Just enough to take it past the keeper.
Could have been a missed catch and stumping in the same frame there.
No.
But Uphill get 4.
Yeah, it's one of those. I think if he hadn't got that little nick, it probably would have been stumped.
I'll tell you what, Finn's moved on to 41 without even really noticing him. I know that sounds crazy, but that's a great shot down the ground, uses his feet and knocks one to long off for 1. But he's that sort of player. He hasn't really played a shot in anger yet, and yet he's on 42 not out from 33, going about his business quite solidly, while Jammer down the other end is 33 or 15, which leaves Castle on 80 without loss from 8 overs.
And for those who are not split screening between us and the Somerset game, Jack Brooks has just picked up a wicket, LBW. Hampshire are now 2-2-6 for 7.
I'm glad you just pointed that out, Matt, because at one point I thought I was watching a game where they were playing a white kit and I could see coloured kits out in the centre there. So
one of us has to be on it.
Thanks, mate. Appreciated.
But
again, Churchwood just knocks one into mid-wicket. It's well fielded and they scamper through for 1.
That's 81 without loss of 8.1. Churchwood on 42 off 33. James seems to have been starved to the strike recently.
He hasn't had a ball to face for a while, which could mean only one thing, I think.
Big shot is coming.
I think that from being out there yesterday and listening to them, they know what he's got in his locker.
Another powerful shot, but only for 1.
And quite correct as well. All along the ground, or mostly.
Yeah, I think the thing from what you've seen of the way he's played so far is everything he's hit has been powerful, but it's been straight through the line. I think there's only been one time where he's really, I think, lost his shape.
Oh, that's gone big. That's Churchwood. That is into the seats at the Somerset stand end, and that has gone big. That's 6. That is 6 runs.
So he moves to
That's a great hit.
Moves to 48.
His eyes lit up with that one, didn't
Well,
they?
I think that's another thing he has got that in his bag of tricks. He can hit a big ball. If it's there, he'll just punish the bad ball, and that's one of the few bad balls that's been delivered so far. And that's really intelligent batting. Rocks back, knocks it through mid-on for 1. And that's his 50. He raises his bat. There's a split of the Uphill Castle fans today. Some of them are in the sunshine, in the family stand, and some of them are down the bottom in the on the benches. Finn raises his bat, and that's a great 50. That's 50 runs off 36 deliveries. Uphill Castle now 89 without loss from 8.4 overs. A really solid start.
Powerfully bunted down the ground for 1.
I think he was looking for more there, but he's sort of miss-hit that. Jermaine's miss-hits tend to be like a full-blooded drive.
And he's
Finn's
got
one.
life might have flashed before his eyes there. He had to dodge out the way.
Must be interesting next over. I still think Jermaine's going to lie at that long boundary and think I've got that in my locker.
I'll tell you what he won't enjoy, and he won't mind me saying this. He won't like that Finn's hit the first 6 of the final. Oh no, he's hit but the first 6 that's cleared the ropes into the stands he won't like. He'll be wanting to put it over the river. Maybe if it's from the other end.
Will he mind that Finn's got to 50 first?
I don't think he'll mind. I mean, as you alluded to, Matt, he's only faced 17 balls. He's on 35. Finn's probably had the majority of the strike, 37 balls, 51 not out, and other than that sort of flail to deep mid-wicket into the Somerset stand, he hasn't really played a shot in anger before that. But he's got to 50.
Yeah, he's just accumulated his runs very nicely, rotating the strike. Couple of lovely cover drives for 4.
And call the guys out from Castle Cary. They bowled really well. It's been tight line. There's been no like free hits. I think that full toss at Finn.
That's a great shot. Use of feet. Get to the pitch of the ball. And then again, good outfield in there. It was just restricted to 1.
The one that went for 6 in the Somerset stands, first loose ball. Really, first full toss. They bowled well.
Yeah, these 2 spinners have really not that it looks like on the scorecard, but they've started pulling it back a bit.
I think it goes to show probably the pitch is played so well. That's up in there. That's gone a long way up. The fielder's under it, coming in.
One.
Oh, just eludes him.
That
It's always going to be a
snow
tough
on
one.
it.
It did have snow on it. That has gone up way above, from our point of view here, the Colin Atkinson Pavilion. And the guy from fielding from sort of backward square leg did his best to get to it, but dropped probably 2 yards in front of him.
Yeah, I wondered if mid-wicket might have gone for
I think he might have been closer, Matt. I think you might be right. But it certainly went up a distance, but Jermaine gets away with it. Moves on to 37.
I think looking at where mid-wicket is at the moment, he's got his hand over his head.
Jermaine down the track, that's aerial.
And for 4.
It's 1 bounce for 4 into the covers there in front of the Somerset stand. And he gets 4. I think this is where Jermaine's going now. I think, if he didn't do it earlier on, I think he's going to put his pedal to the metal now. Absolutely, go for it. He's got runs behind him. This is where he's really dangerous. Sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't, but if it does, it could be very useful for Uphill Castle here. On the back foot, sort of smothers one through to sort of wide long on. Down towards the car park, and they come through for 1.
Again, it's just powerful hit, even though it's 1 run. It's race to the fielder.
Ironically, if he took a little power down, he might have got 2 out of that one.
A la Ben Stokes.
And Churchwood just gets the pitch again.
Yeah, just knocks another one into the long on area for 1. And that's the 100 up for Uphill Castle. 100 without loss from 9.5 overs. They'll be really happy with that.
Yeah,
Great start.
It's been brilliant batting this. Brilliant batting.
It's going to be an exciting next 10 overs, isn't it? They can really start hitting out now.
If they haven't already, Nick.
Well,
Well, I can hear the crowd from the family stand have started singing, so they must be enjoying it. That's a big shot. That's big. Right down in front of us here at the Marcus Trescovich Pavilion end, and that's Jermaine smashing one dead straight for 6.
That is the biggest hit of the day.
That is a
so
massive
far.
hit. That is a huge strike from Jermaine.
is this a case of anything you can do, I can do better?
Possibly. I like to think that they're batting in tandem and working it for themselves, but probably a bit of his ego's come into that. But that is a huge hit from Jermaine.
They seem to just egging each other on a little bit.
That's what he can do, and it takes him a 48 off 21. And I don't think he'll be plodding one into mid-wicket soon. I think this is more of the same from Jermaine. I think he's made his intent absolutely clear to everyone, and I think he'll keep going. That was the end of that over, so Uphill Castle now 106 without loss at the halfway stage with 10 overs to go. Cary really need a wicket now, I think. They really do need to break this partnership.
Here's a skipper, Rich Atkinson, the leg spinner.
It's whipped into, well fielded by sort of the fielder on the 45 on the leg side.
I think Jermaine just wanted to get back on track though.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You can smell it,
I think you're right.
You can smell his half century.
Churchwood comes through for one more to his total. See, what do I know? Jermaine purposely just nurdles it in
that was so
to the leg side. It was controlled, very controlled.
Is he playing for his 50 now? Has he realised he's got a little bit close? I like
to think it's his maturity coming through, shining through as vice captain this year. He's really stepped up actually this year, and has been a great aid to Paddy. So he now comes back on to strike, 49 out from 22. Finn moves on to 55 from 41, and Uphill Castle now 109 without loss from 10.3 overs. So Jermaine needing one more for his 50. This will mean a lot to him.
I wonder if he's going to go big. Get there with a 6.
He's rocked back. He's clubbed it through straight mid-wicket. And that's 4, and that is his 50. Well batted, Jermaine.
Superb strike.
It was a really good effort by the fielder, sort of fielding between wide, mid-on and mid-wicket, dive, but the power of Jones just strokes it to the boundary, into the James Hildreth stand for 4 runs. And he'll hope to continue. Down the track. Was that a chance?
I think it's a mis-stumping.
We'll have a look at the replay. It looked like he did him in the flight there. Jermaine came down the track. He certainly had a big whiff at it. Oh yeah, that's a stumping chance.
I think that's the first one he's really looked to overhit. I think everything else he's played when he's gone for a big shot, he's kept his shape and his balance really well and struck through it. That one, the bottom hand came through a little bit, the head went.
I'd like to think that Finn's going to have a chat with him now. I'm not sure how much of it Jermaine will be taking in with the... he'll be buzzing off that 50. He's had a great season, Jermaine. He's made like nearly 600 runs this year. And although Finn's made more, he's been a really crucial part of our season this year with the bat.
They both deserve their 50s. Neither of them have really put a foot wrong, have they?
No, as I think as Matt rightly said, that was the first shot that Jermaine played in anger that was maybe a little bit cross-batted and I went a bit too hard at it.
I think the thing now with 9 overs left and 10 wickets still in the hutch, you are going to keep going now. I don't think you're going to ease off the gas at all.
What would you say, minimum of 200 from here?
I think with the start you'd be disappointed if you don't get...
Jermaine's gone through that. That is a big shot. Fielder out there, and it beats him. Over wide, long off. He has creamed that into the advertising hoardings for 6.
Yeah. Great
the
shot.
fielder was set there, and I thought for one moment it was going up so high, I thought he might get under it, and it probably cleared him by a good couple of yards in the end. So that is another fine strike from Jones. All the way for 6. Yeah, and the Uphill crowd are loving it. 120 without loss now.
Oh.
It's a sharp run.
Churchwood would have been home even with a direct hit there.
I think he would. He's quite quick. He's quick. These two are both quick as well. They are quick between the wickets. And I think, as we were saying earlier, Nick, that sort of was the start of the innings. Even when they weren't hitting big boundaries, they were rotating the strike. The scoreboard was moving, and they were keeping each other going. I think that's been crucial to this innings so far.
Just head down and go.
Yeah, there's a lot of singles out there, and they've been like playing the field really well, haven't they? They've been finding the gaps, and they've really put that pressure on. That's showing.
They haven't missed a lot. And as I said, I think Jermaine is going to be he's going to have one thing in his mind now, and that's a big score. And this pink ball sailing into the stands from his point of view. But can Cary stop that? It's a straight shot. It's
straight between.
Oh, what a stop! What a stop from long on. He's made 30 yards there. That's a great bit of fielding from the Cary long on. Diving stop, pushes it back and saves a run. The Castle boys ran in for 3 runs, but that was a fantastic fielding effort there. That was 4 for all money. But kept it to 3. Churchwood on strike. Nurdles it in past backward square. He puts out the big size 10.
Quite a bit of football skills there.
Yeah, the big size 10 keeps it to 1.
Nothing wrong with that fielding, is there, Ben?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Straight out of my locker, that one.
Uphill Castle move on to 126 without loss. That's 11.5 overs. Jones 64 not out. Churchwood 57, and brings Jermaine back on strike. He's gone down the track. He's thumped it. Oh, it's gone over the guy, down at long on, and that is another big 6 from Jammer. He's actually thumped that. I don't think he even got all of it, did he?
It's that £4 bat. It's that £4 bat.
How far would it have gone if it had hit the middle?
Yeah, I think we might have been in some danger there. Definitely the car park. There might be a few nice cars that were spared the power of Jermaine there from him mistiming 1 for 6 over long on, but he got enough on it.
Very unfortunate, Bartlett. He's gone for 46 in his 4 overs, and
bowled really well.
Yeah, his last 10 balls, Jermaine has decided he was going and was hitting for 3 sixes and kind of somewhat spoilt his figures.
Jermaine's strike rate at the moment is 241.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, he moves on to 70 from 29. It's some strike rate, that. He rocks back for Churchwood. Oh, fielder's misread the spin there. Slightly short from the bowler. Rocks back onto the back foot and smashes it into the leg side. Thought the fielder deep backward square had it. It just eluded him and crashes into the advertising hoardings at the Somerset stand end for another 4. Moves Churchwood on to 61 from 44. Castle on to 136 without loss. And I'm not going to lie, I'm quite happy right now. Another, this time, I think he took that on the full. Great stop though. Definitely made up for his error in the last ball and stops it and keeps it at 1. That's a great bit of fielding there.
It must be quite tricky for them now with the
shadow
starting to come in.
No, he hit that probably better than the last one, so the fielder did really well to get down to that. Keep it to 1 run. See, that's how correct Jermaine can be. Just caress that through mid-off, for 1. And I think that's where the basis of this innings has come. They've nurdled it around, kept the scoreboard moving, and then waited to put the slightly, I'd say bad ball, but slightly offline or length ball away. As Churchwood knocks 1 through backward point for 1. And they come back for 2. Great running.
Again, that was really positive. He turned straight away and he went for it. And in some of the other games, that might have gone the other way, but that was really positive running again. I think I said positive quite a lot because I can't say much more than it's been really positive batting.
So, Nick, you've been here over the weekend. Do you think some people who play at the county ground might be a little bit nervous or might not take that sort of positivity into it? And has that been the case in other games, perhaps?
Absolutely. So this is my 3rd year arranging the finals, and the first game on today, the minor cup, they hit 169. Chilcompton Sports hit 169. I was like, that's one of the biggest scores I've seen.
Wow.
Or that, like, right over his head.
But he's literally taken a 9-iron to that and lofted it perfectly pin-eye in front of the Colin Actors. I thought the fielder had that down his throat to start with. I think he did as well, and it just cleared him.
He was setting himself, and then I think he realised, I'm not getting this.
Do you know what he's done there? He's absolutely teased him. He's teased him right till the bitter end there.
He's chosen the right club.
It was another lovely shot from Jermaine for 6.
Yeah, I think this, this platform can be overwhelming for players, and it's an amazing opportunity for them all to be able to get out there. Even the Major Cup, so we're talking Whipple players, they don't have access to pitches like this and facilities like this. So I think this is Upwell's first time ever, isn't it?
Yeah, first time ever in 130 years, and I got dropped for it.
Well, that's because you're doing such a good job out here, Ben.
Oh, thanks, Nicky. Stop it. No, look, it's an amazing occasion, and you have to take your hat off to Somerset County Cricket Club for letting the league use this as finals day, and I think it's amazing what the foundation do and the County Cricket Club to support the grassroots game. But you're right, this is a proper cup. It's got the real feeling of a cup final day. 3 finals back to back. The weather like this, the music, the crowds are in. It's a great finale to what's been maybe should we say a little bit of a wet summer, but it's been a great final to the season.
I said it on Friday. At one point, I wasn't sure we were actually going to get the games played to be able to have our finals days over this weekend.
And look at it now.
Oh yeah, couldn't have booked a better day.
Probably the best day of the summer, even though we're in the autumn. Oh, he's got him. He's got him. He's chipped it straight back to King.
His one misstep.
Probably timed that too well. So Jones comes forward to sort of try and maybe knock it into the leg side, possibly a leading edge, but straight back to King, who takes a good, pretty sharp return catch, sends Jones back to the pavilion.
79.
I'm excited to see who's going to replace him.
I reckon it'll be Coxey, but I might be wrong. It's a good catch. He's bowled well there. And it's put an end to this amazing opening partnership from the Uphill Castle boys. Jermaine Jones looks gutted with himself, but he should be proud of himself. That was a great knock there. Leaves Castle 148 for 1, and the other Castle taking their first wicket, and they'll be happy with that. They've put a stop to this opening partnership.
To put on nearly 150 for the first wicket, yeah.
And it's Charlie Hugh who's coming out at 3. I can see his dad scoring next to us. This will be a big moment for the Hugh family.
I think he's probably got a little bit of licence here.
I think you're right. I think that's why they've sent him out, because he can hit a long ball as well. Very correct. Plays through the V very well. And I think Paddy will probably have said to him, go and enjoy yourself. 148 for 1. You've got best part of 7 overs to bat. The sun's out. The fans are in. Go fill your boots, son.
Yeah. So just a recap for Jermaine Jones, he hit 79 off 33 balls with 5 fours and 6 sixes.
Wow.
Strike rate of 239.
See, to hit more 6s than 4s says it all about his power. Really does. So you got Mike King with that very important wicket for Castle Cary, I'd say. What can he do with his first ball to Charlie Hugh? Taking strike at the river end.
It says it's Cox now on the board.
It does say Cox. It said Hugh earlier.
It did say Hugh because I've just looked at it. But
they've sold us a dummy there.
so, like we said,
It's definitely George Cox. He's left-handed.
George Cox.
Charlie's right-handed.
He can be a really,
He's going.
exciting batter, but not the start he wanted.
Second ball to George Cox. It's a 4. Maybe moved in a little bit, and it's taken middle and leg, top of middle and leg. Great ball from
if he's got
King.
a little nick on this. Just wait for the replay to come up. Oh no, maybe straight through.
But he was teeing that up.
That's who I was expecting to come in at 3. George Cox can hit a long ball, and that was his area. He was only going to come and play one way.
Yeah, he played a very powerful innings in the semi-final against Cranmore, I think.
He did, yeah.
Jet propelled very quickly.
But he's been sent packing for 0 from 2 balls, and uphill now 1 on 4, 8 for 2, and a big O for Castle Cary. That 2 wickets from King.
Yeah, just trying to wrestle a bit of momentum here, really, isn't it?
Keeps it interesting.
They know that they've been put under the pump, and runs have scored really, really quickly here. But if they have a really big 7 overs here, keep it under 200, which is nailed on, they take some momentum, take some confidence into the innings and go, well, actually, we'll give this a good go and try and chase it down.
And look at who's coming out to bat at 4 for uphill. It's not going to be any change because it's Smithy, and he's in form. He hit a big 50 yesterday at Castle Cary down the order, and he only knows how to play one way, and that's attacking. So I think we could be in for some fireworks one way or the other here. It's definitely going to keep it interesting.
So yeah, it's just obviously going to keep going hard, which you can when you've got wickets in hand, but obviously that might create some more chances as well.
We worked out yesterday he's using an SS Jumbo that's older than he is. First ball from King. It's a good full-length ball. Ooh. Great running.
Fielder slipped over there.
He's fielding off his own ball, and he took a tumble. So Smith off the mark with a sort of forward defensive. There's a lot to be said for the forward defensive.
Just a little prod, 1 run. Get Churchwood back on strike.
Finney's back on strike. He's now 64 from 46. Smith 1 from 1, and uphill now 149 for 2. King coming in from the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion end. Again, really good running. Really good running.
That's got to have been pretty close.
Pretty close. I thought he was safe from here.
Muted celebrations and appeals.
Yeah, it was a good direct hit, which sort of mirrors their fielding, really, hasn't it? Their fielding's been pretty spot on so far from Castle Cary. But Churchwood goes on to 65 and brings up the 150 for Uphill Castle from 13.5 overs. Smith takes strike back on. Gone. He has bowled him.
3 and an over for King.
He's taken it. I would say that's probably his middle stump. Smith looking to lift it over long on. It was only going to go one way for Smithby today, I think. He was going to go big from ball 1.
A bit like London Bus, is this? The wickets.
I think they could
what, 3?
Well, luckily you hope you get 2, but you've had 3 come along all at once there. 3 in the over.
But he's bowled well. It's off stump. That's a really good ball. It's full and straight. You miss, I hit. King gets his 3rd wicket. And I think that probably puts a more fair reflection on the score, if I'm being honest, because they have bowled and fielded well. So Uphill Castle 150 for 3 from 14 overs.
So another lad who'd like to give it a whack. Tommy Llewellyn.
Tommy Lou coming in at number 5 for Uphill.
Has he still got his lucky gloves, the one with all the holes in?
Last time I saw him he did. I can't see from here. I expect he has, knowing Tommy.
So is he going to give himself a bit of time to bed in? He's just going to go straight for it.
No. Different sort of player. He won't go for it in the same way that Jermaine and Smithy and Coxey do. But I think he'll try and work it around. And he plays some really important innings for us. Obviously, we lose him for a vast majority of the season because of his football commitments. But he's played some big innings for us, especially at the start of the season, in games where we've been sort of maybe behind the 8 ball, and he's really come to the fore.
One of those people who are good at everything.
Yeah, really good player, and also probably one of the gun fielders in the whole league. He's so quick. So let's see how we can get on. But he's not taking strike. It's back to Finn.
So I've got a change of bowling here.
Yeah, this is.
I think it's Nick Hewlett. I think.
Change of bowling, Nick Hewlett.
You're right, Matt. Nick Hewlett. Good call. Coming in from the river end with his right arm medium pacers. Churchwood just caresses it through mid-off for a single, brings the new batsman Llewellyn onto strike.
Bringing the man up, trying to build a bit of pressure, hopefully, for them.
Tommy flicks it, what a shot, lovely little shot that. Just works it off his hip, tickles it round the corner for 4, down to fine leg. Great start from Tommy. I think this is where Tommy Lou actually is the perfect tonic for the other players in this batting lineup, because he caresses it round and moves it about.
So a bit more of a touch player than a power player that we've seen before.
A bit like his old man, loves a late cut, you know, a dabble here and there. He'll manoeuvre it round great between the wickets, and hopefully, from our point of view, can rebuild another new partnership with Finn. They've moved now back. The short fine leg has gone back onto the boundary rope. Again, there he is with his late cut. It's gone down to third man, who fields for 1. But good start from Tommy. Good positive cricket. Brings Finn back onto strike.
But a couple of overs of singles might not be the worst thing in the world right now, just to get Tommy sort of bedded in and start building that partnership again.
I think you're right, Nick. I think you're right, because with losing those 3 wickets in 1 over was a big over for Castle Cary. So Uphill Castle, I think, need to sort of rebuild for a couple of overs, and that's not a bad thing. Well bowled. They managed to get through for 1. It's a leg by. Brings Llewellyn back on a strike.
So what sort of scores have Uphill been hitting in this year?
Well, to be honest, this is probably looks like the biggest so far, or the possibility to be the biggest. That is a lovely shot from Tommy Lou. It is 1 bounce into the boundary rope for 4. He's absolutely levered it. I don't think they were really expecting that, because they brought long off up to inside the circle, and Tommy Lou has just climbed into it and put it over the top for 4 runs, which takes Uphill Castle now 161 for 3 from 14.5 overs.
And someone was saying he was a touch player.
That was touch.
That was a touch.
That was a touch, and that's gone for 4 as well.
It's a very underrated shot, that.
I'm not sure he meant to get it that far.
I don't think he did, but it's gone all the way through sort of almost the first slip area for 4. And Tommy Llewellyn is 13 not out from 4 runs.
Looks like Keeper's caught a little bit flat-footed there.
Looking at the replay, he went for the cut, and it's a very fine cut.
Oh yeah, a little bit flat-footed there.
You don't have a fielder down there though, do you?
No.
Very, very rarely.
It's where you think the keeper could have just dived away and taken the catch.
I don't think he knew much about it, Matt. I just think it went too fast.
I think he got quite a lot on it, actually, but just really fine, really fine. So Churchwood on strike now. He sort of caressed that through cover point for 1, brings Llewellyn back onto strike. Uphill move on.
Just seems happy taking the single still, keeping the scoreboard ticking, doesn't he?
It won't bother him.
He's not a selfish batter at all, is he?
No, he knows his game. He knows his game inside. And for such a young guy, you know, so experienced, cricket-wise.
Well,
I think these two are they're probably the 2 whippets of the team. They will be rapid between the wickets, and I think that sort of puts a bit more pressure on the bowling team and the fielders, knowing that, because at this stage of the game, when you've got the field spread, they can turn 1s into 2s, 2s into 3s, and that sometimes can even create more opportunities for boundaries. Tommy's hit full toss through extra cover. They're coming up for 2.
Brilliant.
That's really good running. Superb.
It was a good diving stop, because it did probably stop.
A 4, yeah.
It's like you're saying about turning the singles into 2s and putting that pressure on.
Yeah, it was. That's what they'll do, and the pressure, because of the good start that we've had, Uphill Castle, the pressure's now on the fielding side, because they need to stop those, and that can sometimes play more into the batting side's hands, I think. Tommy flicks one. That's a great shot. That is a lovely little tickle. That's all that was, a little tickle.
This is a great little cameo this. I think it's 19 off 7 balls now.
172 for 3 now. Llewellyn moves on to 19 from 7. I think he's seen Jammer's strike rate and wants a piece of it.
Jermaine who?
Absolutely. He's certainly giving it a go here. Churchwood 67 from 50. Full toss. Tommy's timed it through. Extra cover, well fielded. And they've taken one. Out to the boundary on the Somerset stand then. Good return from the fielder again. Uphill now, moving on to 173 for 3. And we are 1 ball shy of there being 4 overs left.
So we're past the biggest total of today.
Yeah,
so
yeah, absolutely already.
With another few overs to go.
We're also past our total from yesterday in a 45 over game against the same opposition. So yeah, really, it's been really solid. So that's the end of King's 3rd over. He's taken 28 for 3 from 3.
I think so.
Considering he
3 for 23.
3 for 23 off 3, which in the regards of this game and the situation, that's very tidy figures. He's bowled well with those 3 wickets in 1 over.
His first over went for 13, so his last 2 only gone for 10, including 3 wickets.
So we have 4 overs left. Churchwood's still there on 67 from 51. Tommy Lou 20 from 8. Again, just drops the ball, just drops his hands on it softly into backward square leg and trots through for 1 quite comfortably.
It's just flicked away, going over to you, Tom.
This is what he'll do. I said I still can't really, other than that big 6 into the Somerset stand, Nick, how he's played a really risky, aggressive shot. He's just starting to creep up to 68 runs.
Yeah, it's been a really watchful innings, hasn't it?
It just sneaks through for 1 there.
Llewellyn punches it through mid-on for 1. Yeah, I think this is what we can tell he's so good, because he doesn't really change his game, whether it's Saturdays, Sundays, Wednesdays, Sunday League. He's played similarly throughout the season. Wow, he's hit that about a yard and they've come through for 1.
Tommy's an absolute wicket there.
I think Tommy was pushing for 2 there. Maybe even looking for a 3rd, but Finn takes 1 and it moves him on to 69.
There's a real awareness between them of where the fielders are and what they're doing and what they can, how they're running as well.
Ooh. Good attempt at sort of deep mid-on, but he stopped it well, but it's sort of crept underneath him there, didn't he? Didn't know whether to go for the catch or the stop.
And they still scrambled 2.
And they got 2, exactly. They're really pushing.
Tommy was turning, he was ready for that 3rd if it was there.
I think they're really putting the pressure on the fielders now, and because of Jermaine's hitting earlier in the innings, they've spread the field, so those opportunities for 2s and 3s are definitely there. And even a miss it goes for 1.
Yeah, it's good game awareness.
Yeah, it's really controlled batting. And I think they're making the most of the opportunity that the first partnership of the innings gave them.
Yeah.
180 for 3 with 3.1 overs left. Leaves them in a really strong position here, Applecastle. Again, timed really nicely through mid-wicket from Churchwood for a pretty much good ball. There's nothing wrong with that. A decent length ball on middle stump, and he's whipped it through mid-wicket for 1. So that's 181 for 3 with 3 overs to go. Churchwood moves on to 70 of 54, and Tommy Lou is 24 from 11. And the tunes ring out around the Cooper's Associate ground in bright sunshine. The crowd loving it.
So now 31 off 18 balls is partnership.
He's dropped his hands on that and nurdled it through sort of into 3rd man, comes through for 1. And again, Finn doesn't look in any hurry at all, does he? I think he could bat all day like this.
He does look comfortable, doesn't he?
Yeah, very comfortable. I think he will enjoy playing on this track that's probably been the hardest track he's played on all year by a country mile.
Oh, great stop.
Great stop.
Probably say 4 runs there.
Tommy Lou playing his trademark guided cut.
The Llewellyn cut.
The Llewellyn cut. It's in folklore in around Western and Uphill. He's definitely carrying on that tradition. That is absolutely timed that to perfection. Didn't overhit it. He's just caressed it through wide mid off. Long off is only what, 20 yards from that, and it beat him by a good 2 or 3 metres to get to the boundary ropes. That takes Churchwood on to 75 now from 56, and then just drops the next one into mid wicket for 1. Really sensible batting, I think. So what do you reckon? Is he eyeing a ton up here? Has he got his eyes on the magical figure?
I'll be totally honest, I just think he's totally in the zone here, and I'm not sure he's aware of his score, and he's just going along like...
Oh, come on, Matt, he's an Aussie. He knows exactly what he's on.
Oh,
what a ball. That's King doing the business for Castle Cary again. Another bowl. What a ball.
That's a lovely cameo from Tommy, and I think this is going to be a really challenging total. If we stop now, this is a challenging total, and they've still got 2 more overs after this.
Well, personally, I hope you're right, Nick, but what a ball from King. Like, you know, to get his 4th wicket when Louis looked, you know, set, didn't he? He looked set to carry it through to the end. He's been dismissed by King. Another bowled, so you miss, I hit, the old adage.
Here's the skipper.
And the skipper's coming in. Nice time to come in as a skipper at 188 for 4.
King's got 1 ball to try and get a fifer.
Paddy Holiday strides to the crease.
What do you think is going through Paddy's head right now? About the 200 mark?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think 200 is probably the minimum from here. 12 runs needed for that off 2 and a bit overs. That's what we're looking for. But I think it'd have bitten your arm off for that at the beginning at the toss. Because we lost the toss, they've stuck. Castle Cary stuck us in. I think Paddy would be very happy with where we're at. Lovely shot first up from the skipper. Times one through mid off for 1. Long on comes in, tidies up, and the score moves on to 189 for 4 with 2 overs remaining.
King finishes with 4 for 31 from his 4 overs.
So 4 for 31 in the context of this game, that is really decent figures.
Yeah, he's only gone for 18 runs off his last 3 overs, so he's put the brakes on a little bit here.
People, good tune. One of your favourites, Matt?
I was just going to ask you, like, how does it compare to your tunes on Friday?
Oh, I don't know. That's for the people to decide, mate. That's for the people to decide.
Oh no, actually it's Goffey's tunes you want about. Oh,
what a ball!
Snap through.
Paddy's out. Second ball, bowled. Somehow, did he york him there?
Yeah,
It's just to see on the replay.
he's yorked him. I think he.
Snuck
he played
through
round
without
it?
realising.
Yeah, I think he was sort of trying to go a bit big. But that's, to be fair, that's all he can do now, isn't it? Is all the batsmen coming in are just going to play one way. But again, I think it just goes to show, to be fair, how well the Castle Cary bowlers have stuck at their task. They haven't tried to change much. They've just bowled consistent line of length, and that was a Yorker. And it's done. Holiday all ends up, I would say.
Is this your man Charlie Hoop now?
It is. They're the big runners. You can see them a mile off. You can see them from the Quantocks. You can. You've got to have something about you to wear those on County Farms Day, haven't you? Those orange runners.
Is it distraction tactics?
It was distracting for me. I was fielding 80 yards away from it. It was distracting for me yesterday. So who knows what it does to the bowler? But let's see what he can do. Very talented cricketer, all-rounder Charlie. He's had a good season. Let's see what he can do today to finish it off.
Going from ball 1 here, I think.
Inside edge for 1. Churchwood comes through, and he's off the mark.
Here.
I'm happy for him there, because I think Charlie would have been nervous. He'll tell you that he wasn't, but he loves his cricket, and he would have been dying just to get off the mark there.
Well bowled.
Finn, that's a dot ball. We haven't had many of them.
Very well bowled, that.
He's had a really good over this over.
Yeah, he looks bowled quite nicely, this one.
Churchill rocks back, tries to sort of club it through, very unthin light that was, through mid-wicket, comes through for one, brings the bright boots of Charlie Hook back onto strike. Did a big swing at that.
Full in, good death bowling that. Very full, just inside the wide line.
Can he get those Bobby Dazzlers working in his favour?
I think he wants an even number here, so you've got Finn on strike for the last over. Okay.
Shot.
Great shot. There's definitely two there.
There's two there. Finn just trots back for two. That's an easy two. Great shot from Charlie. He's just about justified those boots now.
So 7 for 200. We go to the last over.
One over remaining.
Looks like Davis is returning.
193 for 5 with one over remaining. Upper Castle, look, really strong position. But I have to keep saying that I think Castle Cary have done well to keep it to what it is.
Yeah.
It could quite easily have escalated and been like 220, 230 now.
Yeah, especially with 147 off 13, 148 off 13. So they pulled this back well. Only 45 in the last 6. So
Drop back.
and he's hit that for
Great shot. Great pull shot. He just waited for that and has timed it through backward square leg for 4. Do you know what? I reckon he's got the runner on his mind now. You know when he said he didn't know about it, he's an Aussie, he knows about it. I've batted with him all year. He's absolutely in full control of where he's at, and he wants that ton to get on the plane with next week to take back to Queensland with him.
So he's going.
Last over, he's got nothing to lose, so he might as well go and try for it.
That's a wide, surely. Sorry, shouldn't. I went early there.
Give him a chance. Give him a chance, man. I think actually the umpires have been really good today. We've
Amazing.
seen really good umpiring. Because they're always the first in the firing line, aren't they?
No, the standard's been absolutely first class all day. All day.
That's a beauty.
He smashed that through straight mid-wicket. One bounce for 4. Yeah, he's definitely got tonnage up in his mind here. That's the 200 for Uphill Castle, 202 for 5 with 4 balls to go.
So he needs 15 off 4 balls.
What a shot, he's timed that.
That was just inside the line.
Yeah, one bounce. I thought for a minute it was going all the way, but it just crept in. Just crept in. One bounce for 4. Takes Uphill to 206 for 5. Moves Churchwell on for 89 from 62 with 3 balls of the innings remaining.
What are we doing now? So he's going to step outside leg stump and whack this for the offside.
Quite a remarkable change of circumstance from the first baller yesterday. That's 6. He has absolutely leathered that. That has gone over backward square, 4-6. He's got all of it.
I think that is the first 6 of the day to that boundary.
It's a big boundary. That is a big hit. It moves him on to 95. Uphill Castle on to 212 for 5, and he's got 2 balls. Oh, it's a single. They're coming forward.
Misfield.
Oh, Misfield.
Misfield.
And Misfield brings it back for 2. I thought he'd. Great bit of fielding on the cover boundary from the Castle Cary fielder. Restrained him to.
If he didn't know,
restricted to 2 at 1.
He's just bent on his haunches. I think he realises.
He's got 3 off the last ball here. 3 for his 100. Can he do it? Hello.
Oh no.
Into the leg side. They're coming back for 2.
That is.
Throw comes in.
They're going to run
They're
again.
going to run again.
Oh, he's going to stop on 99.
Oh, he's 99 not out.
Unlucky.
He's 99 not out. What an innings from Finn Churchwood.
He's disappointed with himself. What an innings.
He shouldn't be though.
I know.
He played amazingly. His awareness of where the fielders have been, and I mean, yeah, he's got a good strike rate, but you wouldn't know it, would you, from the way he's played?
No, he was down on his haunches there, but no need to be. He should be very proud of that. 99 not out. 99 not out from 45 balls. That is some going, as you said, Nick, for someone who hasn't really looked out of his comfort zone all game.
It's only really been that last over where he seemed to look to play shots in anger.
Yeah, he's played the perfect role though, the anchor role, and has allowed Jermaine to hit his half century and then Tommy's cameo 25, and yeah, to be defending, I'd be really happy defending 216.
And just because his dad's glaring at me through the glass, Charlie Hugh ends up 3 not out of 3.
100% strike rate.
Absolutely. So that leaves Uphill Castle at the end of their innings 216 for 5.
Here we go. Look at this. Got Coach Goffey on the pitch.
He's got to use those qualifications sometime.
It's a big moment for Charlie as well.
Massive.
To be able to play out there. So, and he's been able to watch the end of that amazing innings.
From the other end, yeah. The best seats, other than us up here, best seats in the house probably, from down that other end. Yeah, look, Finn he'll be gutted. I know him. You know he will, because he's a die-hard Aussie. He'll be gutted, but he should be very proud. That was a great knock. Sets up a great first innings for Uphill Castle. It was the it's a big score. It's a big score. That's all I can say. It's a big score. 216 would have been more than what Paddy would have hoped for at the beginning of the game, especially losing the toss.
No, but also I think it'd be for Castle Cary. They've got nothing to lose now, have they? They know they've got to go early, got to go hard. So
absolutely. And look, they've proved throughout the season they've got the batting to do it. They've played well throughout the year, fully deserved their league championship season, and it sets it up perfectly for the last innings of the club season.
Yeah.
217 at the county ground to win it.
Yeah, they got some powerful batters. I know Joe Atkins couldn't hit a very long ball. Because they got previous to chasing big scores. They chased, I think, 197 against Long Sutton in one of the earlier rounds, and Joe hit 97 off 30 balls. So hopefully we'll be in for some entertainment. And I think we'll be back shortly.
We will.
Please welcome back onto the field your umpires, Alan Ritchie and Jeff Rowe. And led by Captain Paddy Holiday, Upper Castle. Opening the batting for Castle Cary, Matt Holland and Dan Lake.
Well, welcome back to the Cooper Associates County Ground after that amazing first innings. Serious batting, well past the 200, and I'm still gutted for Mr. Finchurch. 99 not out. Could he have scrambled a third on the overthrow? We got lucky with the overthrow because he took the one on the over. Thought, oh no, he's not on strike. He got back, hit the two.
I thought Charlie Hoot with those magic daps was coming back. I thought he was going to go for it and just hope for the best.
I thought they would have gone for it anyway and just hope for a misfield or fumble or something.
Who cares
like
for a run out? You know, there's nothing to lose, is there? You'd rather be run out for 99 than 99 not out, would you?
Don't know. Australian red inker. Pay for the average.
There is that to it.
Anyway, we're back underway in the second innings. They've got a lot to do here to get near this massive first in the total. So a single first ball.
And you've got Smithy charging in from the river end.
But
first ball just worked away behind backward square for one.
We got two of the leading run scorers in the divisions, Matt Holland and Danny Lake. So interesting. That Matt Holland, older brother of Neve Holland, who plays for Western Storm and England under 19. Also, I think plays for the London Spirit this year in the 100.
No swearing on comms, please, Matt. Come on. Somerset comms, remember it.
That's what I thought. I'd just try and sneak it in.
Chair coming in from the river end, bounding in.
Yeah, left-hander on strike. Quick, I would say he's one of the quicker bowlers we've seen. There wasn't much pace. You think the major cut would have the quickest bowlers. There wasn't much pace in the Bath or the Bridgewater 2 side.
He definitely is in Division 1. He's been the quickest bowler this year, but he's also so economical in his run-up. It's a really smooth action. He sort of doesn't look like he's bounding in and then it fires through, and I think he'll enjoy playing on the hard track at the county ground today. And I think he'll get a bit of
just like sneaks up on you, doesn't he, with his very smooth, very rhythmical.
Oh. That's going to be 5 wide, isn't it? Can fine leg get there? No, he can't. If you're going to have a fine leg for this pace of bowler, he's got to be fine.
Very fine.
Yeah, not fine enough. That's daft. That's a waste of 5 runs. It should be 1 or 2. Wide,
so when he's upper, which end does he bowl from? Does he bowl from the moon end or?
He's bowled from both, but he normally starts from the road end, from the tan end.
From the tan end and bowls down into the Charlie Moon end. So has he had a few 5 wides into the trees this year?
There has been a few because it's so quick and all it's got to deviate a bit. And Paddy's standing so far back. If it goes a bit, it goes, and it's 5.
That's quick and wide. That could be 4. No, third is fine. Good.
Yeah, third is very fine.
Good field setting.
I'd like to think they probably learnt from that first ball.
Cool. Not sure about that throw, mind. He's launched it at Slip's feet. Slip's left it. The keeper's left it. Mid wicket's backed it up.
I would like to criticise, but they saw me throwing the ball around the field at Castle Cary yesterday, so I'm going to keep quiet on that one.
It's mental, isn't it, when you get to side plates over twice 2 days and one being a cup final at the It's weird, isn't it? Quirk of the fixture list.
Castle Cary as well. They're second champions of their league yesterday as well. What a weekend for them.
Yeah. Bit of pace there. Oh, he's had a little fiddle at that.
I think he's done him for a pace there. It's gone through him a little bit. Went to cut. It's gone through to Paddy. He's taking it quite high up. It's definitely getting through.
Yep, and at Southampton, Sherbashire's bowled the last ball of the day. Early finish, of course. Well, it's going to be 5:30. They took the extra half an hour, but they got the 96 overs in. Liam Dawson's 109 not out, 282 for 7. Hampshire close against Somerset. And that's good take that next time. Great take.
I think you can tell how quickly he's bowling from what I've noticed throughout the day. The other keepers, no one's been standing this far back, especially in the first innings. Probably another 5 or 6 yards in the keeper, whereas Paddy's standing, yeah, probably a good 20 yards back, I would say. So Smithy in from the river end again, over the wicket.
Big
flash outside
big
off
old
stump
swish
there.
at that.
That would have gone if it had got hold of it.
I think that's the thing with, obviously, I think it's third and fine both out. If you just pierce the infield with the pace of the outfield today, it's screamed away for 4.
I think, as we were saying at the end of the first innings, they've really got nothing to lose here. They've got to go for it early doors and go for it big.
Yeah, a little dab like that good cricket. The thing is, if you're swishing outside off stump, the third man on the boundary is almost the catching position at this pace. If he connects and has a go, decent first over. The wide's not ideal, but
10 off the first
10
over.
off the first over is a great start.
I think it's real. I think a big key here for Castle Cary is they need to make sure that they score off every ball, even if it's not a boundary. I think that's one thing that certainly Jermaine Jones and Finn Churchwood did, didn't they? They hit their 4s, they hit their 6s, but they did the bits and pieces really well, picking up singles, picking up the 2s, so the scoreboard was never staying still, was it?
No, I think, take the big shots away, you're right. There was not many dot balls in that first innings, and that really helped propel the score to where it is.
Who's just taking the new ball?
It's George Cox from the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion end. He wasn't too well yesterday. He played, but he wasn't feeling too well. I've heard he's much better today, and George can certainly push it through as well. So, interesting to see if he gets any movement.
I think he'll be hoping to do a little bit better with the ball than he did with the bat, only lasting 2 balls.
Still the slip in place. There's a lot of playing and missing. We're only, what, 9 balls in, a couple of wides.
And a couple of swishes outside off stump.
Yeah, that's... Again, that's pacey.
Yeah, it's
an
quick.
Intermediate cup. This is as quick as a major cup.
Well,
I'd say.
George has been quicker than this when he was a bit younger. He does get it through, and he's coming off a shorter run these days. He tells me he's feeling old because he's just turned 30.
Did you tell him what? That's not no age at all.
I did.
Cut away,
Nice
quick
shot.
single,
Very
out
good
with a hit.
fielding there.
Oh,
Great fielding.
I like
Good
that.
backing
Running
up.
in and sprinting. Yeah, attacking the ball. So many T20s going on today. 3 here, of course. England have lost to New Zealand, and Warwickshire have actually not a T20, 50 over 1 day cup game. Somerset under 18s have lost to Warwickshire boys. Bit of a shame. Bit of a partnership at the end. Aman Rao got 27. Jay Terry got 75. Jimmy Thieden batting 10, got 10 not out. But a bit of a shame for the boys up against Warwickshire at Kibworth.
Was Rail playing here on Friday?
Yeah, he got first
Friday.
bowler. Did you see that?
Yeah. I see him on Friday.
I was chatting to his sister and his dad on Friday night because they've been all over the place following him around the world, America, Australia, cricket in the southwest, playing miss. Yeah, Man Rao, good talent, but he couldn't bowl on Friday because the amount of games he's played for under 18s. His sister was telling me he's had 7 days in a row of cricket.
Wow.
With Somerset under 18s, then the youth final, then Saturday league game, then Sunday the cup match, and then he's off all over the shop. But yeah, good cricketer. There's some really good players in that Somerset under 18s.
And he'll be still feeling fresh tomorrow.
Well, yeah, exactly. He'll be. Yeah. No, not often Archie Vaughan and Thomas Reed both fail, but
Great take from Paddy there, beyond the stumps, flying.
he's had a lot to do in the early stages.
He's had a lot to do this season, to be fair. But he's taken that well, but another wide from Coxey.
He looks funny with his green top, black trousers, and his white keeping pads.
I think the keeping pads, I'm not sure if he's got the same ones on, but they died 2 weeks ago, and he's continued to wear them. There's a strap missing from one of the.
I think so. He chucked him in the bin in anger or something. That's never too there. I like the eagerness of running it first, one hard, and it's a bit of a ricochet. No second run.
It's a bit of a touchy subject talking about pads in here with Harry's recent experience.
Did you get a rotter yesterday?
Oh no.
Got hit on the knee roll and his pad cut his knee.
Wow. Your pad cut your knee.
Well, yeah, exactly. Freak accident, mate. Absolutely mental. Spent a month trying to work out what happened, still can't work it out.
So another wide. Bit loose from the uphill openers, to be fair.
Yeah, a bit all over the shop, but
All I'm going to say, my co-commentator showed me the picture, and all I can say is, ouchie. Sport hurts, kids. Go hard or go home. That looks horrible.
If I didn't have pads on, I'd have a bruise at worst.
Wow. Absorbent pads. Absorbent.
Oh yeah. Then 4 days later, I was going to be coaching Devon Youth, Somerset Youth at his club. Matt was there chucking at me, hobbling along on crutches with my leg up, scoring.
Well, that was well bowled there from Cox. Just tucked up Holland.
Castle Cary now 15 without loss from 1.5 overs. 1 ball left.
Yeah, going back to Holland. Neve Holland did a really good interview with Charlie Taylor on his BBC cricket show. Shout out to my commentary mate Charlie. He's changing his BBC Somerset radio hours, but
He's got to get up early in the morning, hasn't he?
yeah, he has. Yeah, really good chat with Neve Holland because she was it the World Cup in South Africa.
Yeah.
I think it was just before that. Had a really good chat. Yeah, she's from a talented family as we're seeing here down below us. The second best Holland in the family, I guess he gets a bit of stick for, does he?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So I think it's pretty even Stevens. I think it was 17 off of 2 upper.
Yeah, I liked it in the Major Cup final. It was 23 for 3 in both games, the exact same score, 3 wickets lost. In the balance all the way through. Here, you got to think you're chasing over 200. Yeah,
As I said,
you got to keep going.
I think they've got almost a free hit here, especially for the first 6 or 7 overs. They've got to get up there or thereabouts. So Smith in from the river end for his second over.
Still deep third, deep fine. Good field placement. I was like, don't bowl what? He doesn't need to. He's quick enough. If you're defending 200, you don't mind the odd low full toss or the odd half volley going for 4. Just bowl straight and quick.
Yeah, extras certainly doing their bit here at the moment. 10 extras already.
When you've got 200 on the board, all you've got to do is play it safe and bowl straight balls. You've got a hell of a score. You don't need to go looking for wickets and bowling wide deliveries. That's better. Well bowled. 1 run. There you go. If he bowls that, he could bowl that more often than not, even a bit slower. Take a bit of pace off. Only 1 run.
1 round down.
You do well with that for 4, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Just back of a length, tucked him up, outside edge for 1 run. You're right.
And obviously one thing they've got to be aware of getting their overs in within the cut-off, because it's 6 penalty runs if you're outside for every over outside. So
yes, it's been a long old day in it. We started at 10 o'clock this morning. It might be nearly dark by the time we get to that near cut-off point.
Put the lights on.
Well, it's funny seeing all the county championship days finishing off by 6 o'clock. Very early finishes. September, of course.
That shadow from the Somerset stand has certainly got bigger.
Yeah, that'll be on the pitch by the end of the innings.
Very quickly as the afternoon's gone on.
And the only game still going in championship up at Scarborough. Yorkshire, Derbyshire up there in the second innings. But no, beautiful September weather. Very grateful. Makes today a lot easier, doesn't it, for all the organisation. We should say thank you very much all the Sacco umpires, scorers. They're having a nice little social downstairs. Nice to see them here today. Big shout out to them, all their hard work. You can't play cricket without umpires. As there could be a second here. Oh, don't run to a misfield. It wasn't quite Ben Stokes' moment. It's not going to go for 4 off his bat, but I think he would have been in with a direct hit the second run anyway. But good running. I would say they've run very quickly. Of all the 3 games I've seen here today, what have I seen? 22 times 3. 66 cricketers have I seen? Yeah. These 2 are 2 of the quickest between the wickets.
I think the first inning showed that, and I think Castle are going to have to do the same to keep.
Mind you, they didn't have to run much in the first innings, did they?
No.
The 2 lads whacking it, particularly.
I have just noticed though, Ben, you are correct that Paddy Holiday's pad, he's missing a strap.
Yeah. He's obviously kept it on for the good luck, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he lost it. He lost it 2 weeks ago, and was asking around the change room for gaffer tape or something. And look, I've got enough tape in my bag to keep most of my joints taped up and bits of me hanging off that shouldn't be. But we just decided to leave it, and I think he's kept it there for good luck. So if you see a flailing pad, that'll be why.
Yeah, stayed on right so far. He could have tucked him in his trousers, really. You see a lot of people doing that these days with the gloves, especially in T20 games.
It's a quick ball. Managed to get it away to back to point ball 1.
They're running every ball here, which is fair play. I think their intent, I guess the team talk was, we can get 200 on a big ground without having to whack boundaries like they did. Don't have to do it the same way. Different ways to skin a cat, as they say.
So Castle Cary now 22 without loss from 1 ball shy of 3 overs. Chair Smith charging in from the river end. Ooh,
ducked into that slightly.
Sort of moved into it a bit. I think he's okay.
He'll be alright. I got clonked in the head yesterday. Still got a bit of a headache today.
End of season celebrations.
Yeah, everyone's a bit knackered, aren't there? There's a lot of weary faces. It's weird, isn't it? You think it's the last Saturday of the season, and then you got the earliest start on Sunday most people have had for cricket all year, especially if you're for the minor cup.
I get that feeling every Saturday morning. Every Saturday morning.
There's a lot, you know, the buses were going from Chard at 7:30 this morning, or Chilcompton, weren't they, to get for 10 o'clock start.
I think they were both leaving at 7:30.
How early do they?
Yeah, I heard stories of one of the sides coming. They had people coming in from a night out, getting almost straight on the bus.
Yeah. The two commentators in the first game, I think, were two of that crowd. They're a good crack. Watch that back, the minor cup. That went down very well. Threatening to lose my job. Good run again. Singles.
Yeah, really good run.
So
Charlie Hoot there, filled in with his magic daps.
Yeah, we don't need the floodlights on with Charlie's boots. I think that will help keep it alight. They're certainly shining in the sunshine on this lovely autumnal evening in Taunton.
glorious, 26 degrees. Not that we've left the building in the last 12 hours really, but apparently it's hot outside. Shot.
That's a great shot.
Slashed it. It's only just going to go there actually. It's not the quickest about. It might. Is it going to hold it?
He's going to put it up. He's going to put it up. What a field.
What a celebration from down below for the fielding. There's a good old crowd down there. They're well lubricated.
Well, that's Wardy there, and if he wouldn't mind me saying, he's probably not renowned for his speed over the ground. Very good rugby player, plays at hooker, but he'll be bowling later. Bowls sort of slow right arm. So for him to pull that back, I think that was one of the crowd probably enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the occasion. The atmosphere is best for this game. Maybe because it's the last one. People have been here. They've warmed up. A few people have stayed from the previous two games. The sun's out. They've got nothing else to do on a Sunday evening. But that's a lovely shot. But could they push two? Couldn't they push? No.
Coxie got a hand on it onto the stumps, and they scrambled through for one. So
I like how you said there about Wardy that he's a right arm slow bowler. He didn't say that he was a spin bowler.
Oh, he hasn't turned one for years, and if he does, it's hit something. No, he's a great lad, Wardy. Like so much of our team, one of those guys who can just play a lot of sports. You've got Tommy Lou, plays semi-professional football. Wardy plays for Hornets, they're National League Rugby. Jermaine's played National League Rugby. And we probably haven't had Wardy and Louis enough this year because of their commitments outside of cricket, but glad they're both here today.
Yeah, so many freak sports when you have the pleasure of commentating the Roo family on Friday.
Oh, something else.
We're talking about golf, cricket, hockey, the works.
I saw Younger Roo reverse sweep for 6 on
that
Friday.
What was my commentary line? Oh wow, I think it was.
Yeah, me and Goffrey were down in the doing the music, and it bounced just in front of our position down there. It was off a really good ball, and he just flicked it away.
There have been one boundary in the Bridgewater innings. Tom on his own at 4 in a row. Goal, nearly a diving catch. Not far away from a diving catch at point.
Good shot. Just trying to make out who that was at point. I think that's Tommy Lou. One of the better fielders, but he's creamed it really through backward point. Moves Castle Cary on to 32 without loss.
Ben, I'm just looking on Facebook to see what comments you've got. Sean Tanner has said, "Good commentary, Mr. Castle."
I'll give him his tenner. It's in the post.
That's the only bit you've got, to be fair.
Has there ever been a T20 final in any of the 3 cups where both teams have got Castle in their name?
I'm not sure, because this is the first time Apple Castle have been here.
Yes, first time we've been here.
And Castle Cary were here last year in 1991.
And a commentator's called Castle.
Talking of commentators, legend who knows Neve Holland very well. Sophie Luff is just tuned in. Wishes to Sophie Luff from the area of
Somerset Cricket Foundation finest there. Sophie Luff, former community coach.
That's flown away.
That's a bit sloppy, to be fair, isn't it? He's nicked it. I think he's nicked it, but umpire's given runs. So
yeah, he's definitely nicked it. I think you were being a bit harsh on Paddy saying that was lazy keeping.
I didn't say that.
That flew.
I just said it was a bit loose.
Oh, he's nearly caught it though. He's nearly grabbed it on the look at the replay.
I'm more worried about the cameraman being it.
It's a bit short from Coxie, and he's absolutely gone for it. Yeah, you're right, Matt. He sort of stuck a hand out, and it's raced the boundary for 4.
Oh, he's just a bit late, isn't he? Not far away though. The speedster's going to continue from the river end.
38 off 4, pretty good start.
I'm interested to see if he bowls him all the way through, or he keeps him one back for the end.
Yeah.
So I think if you're using Duckworth Lewis as a bit of a guide,
It's a great shot. It's a late cut.
he's gone 44 at the end of the over.
Oh, great
Duckworth
stop
Lewis.
there. Great stop by H. His return, couple of bounces, really good fielding. Could have quite easily crept through for 4, and it's gone for 2. Good shot though. They're using the pace well, I think, these Castle Cary batsmen. Haven't tried to hit it too hard, just guided it. Smith in from the river end again. This is the chance.
That's a bullet arm.
Direct hit was out there, I reckon, lads.
Yeah, agreed. I don't think he even considered the keeper there.
That was Churchwood, wasn't it?
It was Churchwood. He's had a couple of those this year, and he's hit. He will back himself all the way.
He looks very disappointed with himself.
He will.
Snatched the hat off himself.
He will do. He will do.
Competitive bugger, isn't he?
I've opened the bat with him on Saturdays. Called him Smiler. I haven't seen him smile once. Even when he gets a ton, he can be.
What if he gets 99 not out?
Yeah. We'll see later on.
So he will get a smile out.
Are you going to ask him whether he like a flake with it later, Ben?
Mate, possibly. I said I'm from Australian stock myself, so I know how they work slightly. They're a miserable bunch when they want to be, but they know how to win.
He was 26 not out in the 8-wicket win in the semi-final. 99 not out. You talk about red inkers. Aussies loving him.
He's had a few red inkers this year. Yeah, he's had a few. Quite a few of them over 100. So he will be gutted. He definitely will be gutted about that earlier. But let's see how this pans out. Again,
good
straight to
fielding.
him.
Attacks the ball, doesn't he? How skinny are his trousers, by the way?
How skinny is
he? He's got leggings, hasn't he? No, yeah, but those trousers, they're not like cricket trousers. They're like running leggings.
He's also taken about 3 or 4 absolute worldies this year. He's been the complete package.
Could play a high level if we're honest.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's played. Yeah.
You don't want to say that.
Absolutely. Well, no, I will.
You don't want to lose him, but
no, he won't be back next year. He's only 19. He'll be playing. If he comes back to England, he'll be playing at a much higher level. He's been brilliant this year.
What's going on here? All the orange shoes has just let it through him. You're giving him a bit of stick on comms, but he's picked it up. They haven't run an extra single.
If you're going to wear boots like that, you've got to be all over your game.
Yeah, Eddie Byron pulled him off a few times and then come back here with Glamorgan and scored some big runs.
That's another wide though. That's the 14 extras.
Yeah, there were 15 in the previous one major cup innings, and I thought a little bit too many, but at this stage, yeah, definitely way too many.
Work down the backward square.
Very quick run in.
Close. That's out. That is out.
Yeah, he's giving it.
What a return. That's Messi down at backward square. I thought that was risky when they went for it. Let's see it in the slow-mo. When they went for it, if the throw was reasonably accurate, it was going to be tight. It was a great throw. Holiday whips the bails off with. Oh yeah, it's quick.
Wow, short.
He's short by
Even with the dive.
Yeah, good dive, mine, but too late. Too little.
I've never seen Paddy run so quickly. Like even between the wickets, he's charging off to his fielder. Congratulate him there.
Here's
Great bit of fielding from Messi.
Yeah, holy day for Paddy. Run out from the keeper.
Great hand.
Yeah, good clip that. Great camera
good bit of fielding.
So yeah, the County Championships finished for the day. Gloucestershire played Leicestershire on Tuesday in the one-day cup, and they're playing already again in the County Championship. Two lads who played in and around Castle Cary and Apple Castle, 3 Gloucestershire boys playing in Whipple. Cracking Sunday of cricket all over the country. What a shame that our great game that so many of us love is coming to an end for another year in the country.
I don't know. I'm looking for. I always like September.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just a bit of rest.
No, you can't say that.
I'm gagging for it again by October, but like I need to rest.
Nice as well then.
You're right. It's gonna. We know we're gonna have a great September after having a washed out July and August pretty much.
Too blooming right.
So here we go. Here's Joe Atkins, very powerful batter. He hit 97, 30 balls against Longsetton earlier.
That's gone away a bit, isn't it? Bit of a puff of dust.
I noticed the ball's not moving quite as much as it did on Friday with the pink ball.
No, it was fairly green on Friday. You got to think this pitch baked in the sun yesterday.
It's like a third day pitch, isn't it?
More than a third day, I'd say. This pitch might have had 300 overs on it, probably more than that actually. But to be fair, it's holding up well. Hybrid pitch, because hybrids can get away with having that much action on it. And you know, club cricketers probably don't damage it as much as a Keith Barker or a Joel Garner with their big boots would damage it. You know, even a light man like Alfie Ogburn is probably a bit quicker running in. It's scuffing up trying to get the
We
spinners.
haven't had Wardy on it yet.
No, you wait for that. He's the heavy roller, is he?
That's your words, not mine. But he's, yeah. I'm interested to see how Paddy shuffles his pack with the bowling. Obviously, these two have bowled straight through so far. That's quick. I think that's a quick ball from Coxey.
No exaggeration. Arnie was probably one of the quicker seamers for Bath, but I don't think anyone would have bowled as quick as these two have in the first two finals of the day.
I think Shah definitely is been the quickest on show today.
Yeah, and I think the boys, out there today have got something to prove from after yesterday's. We got promotion yesterday, but probably a bit disappointed that we didn't get the win.
Bit bittersweet
for the championship. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there shouldn't be a single there. You can't be letting him have a single there.
Direct hit was gone. He was gone through the direct hit. Just misses.
Mike Unwin's requesting, anyone from Uphill Castle, could you please send some details of the club's history, and Mike will add it to the museum website. Mike's trying to get all the clubs in Somerset. Bit of information.
130th anniversary this year.
We can get that sorted. Yeah, it's 130th anniversary this year.
There you go. Mike Unwin would love that.
Who are you nominating for that, Ben?
Who's that?
Going to put it forward.
Should we give Goffey some more work to do? Yeah, probably Goffey.
All in a ring. 4 on the sort of point and cover.
Across the stump.
Look at the fielders hounding in, hunting. I like that. In England, they sort of say walking in. I like it. In New Zealand, they always say hunting, hunting.
Really good intensity, isn't there?
Yep. Quality fielding. Really impressed. This intermediate standard, I reckon if you were coming up, you'd struggle to know the difference between the major and the intermediate if you didn't know what was going on. Been a high quality, high standard, this T20 match.
Full ball from Coxey. Good bit of fielding.
He shinned it in the end, unlucky.
Yeah,
he saved one and then gave away one.
He's frustrated there. And to be fair to Smithy, for a big lad, he's fielded brilliantly all year. He's got a gun arm. He's taken some catches and he's quick. So he'll be disappointed with that.
Athlete.
Only one run lost from it. 46 for 1 now. Castle Cary from 5.4 overs. Coxey trying to eke out another wicket from the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion end.
Yeah, I got 1 for 11 off 4 against Cranmore in the semi.
It's a great all round. Oh, nearly dragged on. Nearly dragged on.
Really touchy. Yeah, and he got the key back at the opener, didn't he, Jack Williams?
Yes.
Cranmore, big wicket.
Coxey's a great all-rounder. And he didn't do it quite with the bat today, but he came out in different circumstances. But he can hit a long ball, and he certainly can push it through with the ball.
Yeah, I saw a couple of Cranmore boys. They were in watching earlier, and they were very complimentary about Char and Coxey in their bowling, and saying they're probably the best bowlers they faced all year.
There's a chance here. Oh, it's out! That's Churchwood again. The Aussie has done it.
And credit where credit's due. He took his time there. He could have rushed that. He knew the keeper was never going to get to the stumps, but he also knew he had 3 or 4 yards of leeway. And he look at him. Look at this perfect replay. He sets himself. That is textbook. Any coaching manual, run out. Left arm pointing the target.
You're right. He had a solid base, didn't he? Solid base. Took aim. Shot and fired.
And that has just helped to quite an easy decision for me for my post-match presentation.
As if. Yeah, direct hit run out at 99.
That's a big wicket as well.
That is a big wicket.
Someone else has got to take 8 for it to take it away from him.
Yeah, it's going to be a long ask from here, but look.
Or 100. Oh, could they get 100?
Castle Cary still 46 for 2. It's only 6 overs gone. They're still in this, but that has helped our chances. Sorry for being a little bit biased, but it's.
You can be a little bit biased, although
yeah.
we should have one from each side, really. But
well,
that's not your fault.
Being a Castle, I could be. If they bought me a pint, I could be.
You've got all bases covered.
Yeah,
covered with your surname.
There's a lot of Castles out there.
A bit of a delay, no rush for the new batter. He wasn't ready to come. No 2-minute timer.
The thing is that run out was like you hit. I know I'm out, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was one of them. It was one of them, and he threw the stumps down from good 20 yards. And Paddy obviously feels that he's on top because he's going to be bowling. Smith is going to take his 4th over in a row, so he's bowling him straight through.
I'm not sure he is. I think he's changed.
Oh no, hang on. He's sorry, my fault. He's brought Messi on. Probably I would say the find of the season, Messi. From Sri Lanka, moved to England 10 months ago, and has bowled. Him and Smithy have pushed each other throughout the season. I think he's now on 27 league wickets. I think he pushed ahead of Smithy by 1 wicket for the league season, and it's just a nagging line and length, moves it a bit both ways, and he's been an absolute find this season. Absolute find.
So you're saying a horrible little bowler?
I'm saying a very good little bowler.
I'll put a batting hat on.
Yeah, horrible. You're right. Horrible.
Yeah, so how are we saying his name? Himesha Halnathiga?
Yeah, Meshi,
like it.
Meshi.
He got 5 for 22, best bowling figures in the whole
I'll
comp.
call him the Magic Man, probably the nicest man in cricket as well. He's brought, with our sort of.
That's Tom Abel. Tom Abel, nicest man in cricket.
Well, I'll dispute that. With the death of cricket teas, as some, we can't always turn up on a Saturday cricket teas. Mesh's even brought some Sri Lankan cooking to our dressing room, which has gone down an absolute treat. We've been late coming out for a second innings several occasions this year. But really good bowler.
On the money straight away with those first
he hasn't missed his line of length all season.
So go on, Meshi's competition stats here: 10 overs, 67 runs, 6 for. But of his 6 wickets, 5 of them were in one game. 5 for 22. Economy rate of 6.7 across the tournament. Average of 11, strike rate of 10.
And
good going there.
I reckon his figures are probably, that reflects his figures on Saturday cricket as well.
Yeah.
In Somerset Div 1. I think he pushed ahead of Smith yesterday by 1 wicket for the to take the honours for the top bowler.
Yeah, people get a bit individual at the end of the season, don't they? Or who's going to get the wickets, who's going to get the runs? The team sport becomes individual.
That for me sums up Meshi. He's put it on a spot. Paddy gets to stand up because he's not quite as quick, and it really puts the pressure on the batsman.
Yeah, it ain't slow though, is it? No, keeper's done well to stand up to this, to be fair.
Yeah, Paddy's quite tidy. As an ex-keeper, I'm a bit critical, but like he's done well this year, and he's standing up, just puts that extra bit of pressure on the batsman, I feel.
Well, it stops his pad breaking with 1 strap, doesn't it?
Could be close. Oh, he's bowled him. He's gone.
Can't believe it.
The crowd are going absolutely wild.
Well, Meshi has his 7th wicket of the tournament.
But as you said, that nagging.
He wants the 7th to try and make your decision slightly harder.
Yeah, if he gets a 7 in this match, yeah, fair enough. But
that nagging line and length, top of off stump, sneaks through.
That's unpleasant, isn't it? You can't really attack that ball. That's a ball you want to block on a Saturday.
Standing up.
Yeah, I'm blocking that ball all day on a Saturday. Blocking or leaving.
That's all I can do.
You know what I mean? But in a T20 game, when you're chasing 200,
you're right.
If you bowl 10 of those balls, you
can't really do it. You can dig it out, can't you? That's about it. He bowls really, even if the length the line is always there or thereabouts, so it keeps the batsman on their toes. He's been brilliant this year. Happy for him to get that wicket. Puts Castle Cary now 47 for 3 from 6.4. They need 170 now. Still doable, but someone's going to have to go berserk here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's not you, Matt.
That's not me.
Right, deep mid wicket, deep long on, deep long off, deep cover, and a deep fine. Those are your men on the ropes.
Again, just there or thereabouts.
What support from down below us, the Marcus Gothic Pavilion, lower tier.
I think the Upper Castle boys and girls are out in force today.
Yeah, they've had a good day out.
There's 2 or 3 pockets of them around the crowd. Probably the Castle Cary fans are there too. Shot back to backward point, fielded by Coxey for no run, and that is 47 for 3 from 7 overs. Castle Cary require another 170 to win.
Interesting to see where they go from here then. So if we compare the first innings, that mammoth first wicket partnership, 148 for 1 they were after 13.1 overs. Yeah. Jermaine Jones, who played every shot attacking, played that straight batted defensive shot. Bizarre, caught bowled. Just didn't understand why he didn't just cross back whack it. Not that he played many cross back shots, but
he does play. He can hit a ball a long way, but he plays better when he plays correctly in that V.
Yeah, I just didn't understand why he was defending the ball high, sort of waist height. He was defending back the ball, having it so cleanly.
Here comes Wardy. Wardy's on.
Here he is.
So Kieran Ward on from the Marcus Gothic Pavilion end. First change that Paddy's made.
The right arm slow bowler, as you've described him.
He won't mind me saying right arm slow, little or no turn, but he'll call them arm balls.
No,
he'll call them arm balls.
There's nothing wrong with that. as a
But
right
he's
arm
bowled
slow
well.
bowler myself.
He's a really good bowler, bowled well all season. We've actually, hope you don't hear this back on play, but we've missed him this season because he hasn't played enough on Saturdays because of other commitments. But he's gone through the field at backward point, picked up on the boundary and returned for 2.
Hurled in.
The sun, you're right, the sun has really started to take effect, that shadow right over the main pitch now.
Yeah,
The Somerset stand.
The sight.
At least it's gone into full shadow. Pretty good.
Oh, not another run out. It is another run out. That's soft. Sorry, that was I don't know what they were doing there. They have, Matey's just hit it and gone.
No, I think it was a non-striker who called it through.
Well, he's left his mate high and dry. He doesn't look happy. He's trudging off towards the pavilion. He's glanced back at him quickly, but he ain't looked again.
I think the non-striker's gone here. He started and he stopped, and the non-striker kept going.
It wasn't even a direct hit, and he wasn't in the frame, was he?
No.
That really puts the pressure on now. It's 49 for 4, Castle Cary. 7.2 overs gone. 168 needed. I've tried to be as non-biased as I can.
Yeah,
I need to crow a little bit here. There's a little bit of me that's a bit happy. Bit of madness for the crowd.
Is that to describe the running?
Who knows? The upper crowd's certainly enjoying it.
Could be a lively one back at
Could
the
be.
club.
Coach isn't going to be linked to half 8. But these boys have worked hard all season, and it's been a really good sort of team spirit this year. Got through some tough times the last couple of years. We had relegation last year from the Premier League. And yeah, it's been this will be a sweet way to end things off, especially after not quite getting over the line as champions yesterday. But that's fair play to Castle Cary. Beat us twice, as Shez said earlier, and they deserve to win it. But it's still on here. They're still in it. 49 for 4.
What can he do then? He's got to rebuild a little bit, but not much time to get yourself in.
Wardy probably claimed that wicket, by the way. That's his bowling that's done that, that's forced it. Comes in from the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion end. Very good at bowling into the pitch. I think he's quite a smart bowler. Again, don't tell him I've told.
No,
I
I
told you
definitely
that.
won't.
But he bowls
Problem
into
is,
the
you can
pitch.
listen again, Ben. You can listen again.
Yeah, I'll make sure this is deleted. He's tossed one up there. That's a big swing away.
It's gone a long way. It's a long boundary.
Great player. Sam Matthews down there.
That's the
Deep
biggest
backward
one.
square.
If you look at the 3D wagon wheel,
It's the biggest
it's a
one.
very high one, isn't it?
That had a massive apex. A massive apex.
Castle Cary 15 comes in the 8th over.
Left-hander comes on to strike. Field moves round. I was going to say Ward charges in. Again, bowls it
Maybe
into the
not
pitch.
charging. Yeah.
Bowls it into the pitch. Picked up at mid-off.
Matt's just adjusting his hair, doing his beard. Running your hair, is it, the mic?
Get it.
I didn't think about that.
Oh, he's bowling!
Oh, here we go.
Look at that celebration. He's taken off.
That's longer than he's run in the field all year in that celebration.
He'll be knackered. Oh, he's going to tackle his mate. He's dodged another one. Look at him go. I do love the spirit of these lads.
He has made a promise that if we win today, he'll keep his kit on till Wednesday. I'm not sure if that's
What is his job?
He's a school teacher.
He's a school teacher, still on holiday.
Monday,
Yeah.
Phew, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Oh no, inset days maybe.
No,
I bet
I
Monday,
don't know.
Tuesday be inset days.
Possibly, but he
You can get away with an inset day cricket kit. I'm not sure you get away with teach. What's he teach?
I think he teaches maths.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Matt, you can get away with maths. They all want maths teachers.
He's been taking lessons from Jack Brooks there. I reckon he's the only person I've seen run more in celebration this season here.
Right. Oh yeah, Imran Tahir, he's a special, isn't he?
Also guarantee he'll be talking you through that later, or us through that later.
He
Back
wouldn't.
at the club more than Finn will of his 99.
Name me a club in cricket where there are plenty of individuals who love talking through the night. We all do it, don't we? Let's be honest. Even the modest people out there, every now and again, you know, you like telling your stories. Even the Aussies who scored 99 at Outwell.
And bottle
accidentally drop it in.
Well, you said, yeah, the Aussies that bottle it, that's what it'll be like.
So the right arm slow bowler, you said that pitched outside leg, it's turned, it's clipped the top of off.
Hasn't it? Just ran on with the arm.
They all count.
They all count. It was a great over, actually. Got to give credit. Great over from Wardy there.
Oh, non-striker's end. Nah, wrong end. Non-striker was jogging, never anywhere near it. Long on didn't back up or think about backing up.
You've got 2 new batsmen at the crease now. That in the context of the game, I know it's a long way off right now, but if they had one set guy, it could still be on. But with 2 new guys, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Oh, just loving the coloured pens next door. And this computer score, I like an old-fashioned book.
It's too old-fashioned.
Messi's in purple, isn't he?
Too old-fashioned.
Yeah, Messi is in purple. I don't like him because he keeps counts of dots on Saturdays.
Oh, yeah.
Too many of them.
I get screwed over by them normally. Yeah. Yesterday was a slight exception for me.
And he's a Norwich City fan as well.
There's some random supporters. We had a Surrey supporter from Chard. We had a Villa supporter from Chard. We got no.
I'm a Surrey fan.
Ridiculous. What about supporting where you're from? Well,
I'm from Guildford.
All right. We'll let you off just about. Oh, no,
hello.
No. Got a bit excited there. Don't think the foot left the crease.
I thought it might have bowled him. Or was it just Paddy over-exaggeration beyond stumps?
You're getting excited about Virat Kohli batting at Guildford again. You. No, relax.
Yeah, no, you're right. It was just an over.
Just as the cloud's going to cover the whole playing area by the end of this.
I reckon it was close.
Bit of round arm there.
Yeah.
Just run away.
Nice late cut. Hayden Watts at short third man picks it up, returns it to Paddy Holiday.
One of the match day changes, wasn't he, Hayden?
Yeah, came in.
Hayden.
I think it was this morning.
Yeah, I got an updated.
Possibly from George Chapman. We're not sure. He's either playing rugby or on a late night out. It could be either or.
Imagine missing this. Shocking. Imagine being picked and then choosing not to. There could be 2. Can they push 2? Got to try. Nah, no
I'd just be having a word then.
Good fielder.
Like.
Well, I try to, impart my wisdom on these kids sometimes, but for some reason they don't listen. Don't know why. I guarantee we'll be there at the club later if we win. I'm still saying if, because I don't want to jinx it, but it looks pretty good from here.
Oh, it'd be a hell of a bottle job from here.
What's been your best sort of run chase here from behind the 8 ball, if you like? Has it been better than this? Has teams done it before?
Oh, I would go straight away. It's not here. It's not quite your question. There's going to be a run out here. Surely keeper. No, bad throw.
Bad throw.
I think Van der Merwe either here against Surrey in the fifth was it the 50 overs? Was it 40 overs a few years back? Or Van der Merwe at Gloucester actually. Bristol on T20 last year, which was reduced to like a T10. But that Van der Merwe when we 40 for 7 or something? And Dean Elgar and Van der Merwe, unbelievable, up against the 8.
We were 43 for 5, I think. And we still won with like 10 overs to spare or something silly.
Ridiculous.
I'm not alienating myself.
Against Surrey,
my second team is Somerset. I've lived there for a long time now. So.
There you go, 165 not out from Van der Merwe, 291 for 60, where Elgar got 68, Surrey were 290 for 8. And that was just ridiculous, the recovery there. So that was his first list day 100, that was.
So we need a Van der Merwe-esque performance from some of them, Castle Cary here.
22 for 5, we were.
22 for 5.
Wow.
22 for 5 and 1.
Well, Castle Cary now 54 for 5 with 11 overs remaining.
Yeah, not far off, similar. Nice one-handed pick-up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's going into his part here, Wardy, which he will love it. Crowd favourite. He will be loving this, absolutely loving it.
Oh, they're going to get a couple there.
That
might even be 4. He's quick though, look how quick he is. Yeah, great fielding. Great effort.
It was a great effort.
So speedy boots.
I thought there's flames coming out the back of it for a minute. He done really well to try and run that down, Charlie, but just creeps over the fine leg boundary. That's Atkinson moves on a 6 not out. Henley 3 at the other end. And Castle Cary now 58 for 5.
Oh, that's optimistic. That's ambitious.
Is it something?
Or his leg. I was going to say it's a wide, caught behind. or in the end, it's going to be a dot because it's hit the thigh pad and flicked his leg.
Umpiring suggesting it flicked off the leg.
Yeah.
Good decision. Great umpiring.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Can they push 2? They're not pushing the first one hard. There's not a 2 there, no, but just a bit of intensity. If you sprint the first one, then there might be an overthrow or a push, or there might be a misfield. Just show some intensity. How well they ran at the start of the innings, they're not showing that anymore. There they are, 5 down, but you're not going to win this with just 4s and 6s. That's a nice touch. That's a lovely shot.
Lovely shot. I think that might go away for 4.
That's probably the shot of the innings, actually. To think
he's timed that.
The guile, the timing, yeah.
He's timed that really well.
Don't forget, you can score ones behind square deliberately. So many batters just want to boom it in the V. Down to James Fielder stand.
It worked for Jermaine Jones.
Well, yeah. If I got his clean hitting talent, then you'd be silly to try anything different. But
no, you're right. He timed that really well. Intelligent batting that.
He's annoyed there. He tried to flick that leg side for 1.
I think Wardy's got a bit annoyed that he's been he's used his pace to get a 4, so he's bowled it straighter, and it's the over end of the dot. Castle Cary 63 for 5.
At the halfway stage, Castle Cary are 63 for 5.
Wardy must be happy with his work. I think Paddy will be quite happy at the halfway stage. Well, I do think you're right early on, there was a bit loose. A lot of extras. This could be even worse for Castle Cary, but they're still in it. Some good overs with the blade could push them back into contention here. Messi continuing from the river end.
And Mr. Economical second one.
Deep thirds going back. Long on, deep long off on the boundary. They're going to push 1 to extra cover here. He's picked up quickly, good throw. No run. No second run, no run out. Good bit of fielding. Yeah, you got to think they're not going to get near 200 surely. It's got to be a miracle.
Miracles can happen, they can happen.
Yeah.
Especially with the way this season's gone. You know, the 2 clubs battling out for the championship yesterday and it being finals day today. But again, Messi just line and length, just hitting that spot. I reckon he could hit a 50p more times than not, you know, in that really annoying area, which is great for Uphill Castle right now. The required weight's at 15.8 and over. Sounds a lot, it's doable, but they're going to have to go some.
Yeah, Messi was 3 for 30 yesterday off 9 overs. Did bowl 5 wides. But that 5 wides isn't anything like as much as the rest of them.
Well, I didn't want to bring that into the conversation.
No, I thought you were skirting over that.
We bowled a lot of extras yesterday.
Give me 2 minutes to read through the wide columns then.
I think we bowled 58 overs yesterday, someone said.
There you go. Smith bowled 9 wides, Cox 11, Messi 5, Kafori 12, Charlie Hoot, well done. You bowled 1 wide in 2 overs. That's a record. Finchurch with 6 wides. How can you bowl that many wides on a dry day? If it was wet, I'd understand. It was a beautiful day yesterday afternoon.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, it's gone through the legs. It's going to only be 2.
He's going to chase that down. Charlie Hughes is after it.
Oh, there's got to be 2 there. They've got to run 2. Well, that's really poor running.
You're right. There was
they could have walked a second.
2 pushing 3, I would say.
Yeah, I thought absolutely.
Especially with the game poised as it is.
Yeah, letting them down here. You've got to keep saves in the game. You've got to run hard. 44 wides, 3 no balls yesterday.
Yeah, it was a...
Just think on a Saturday before you got a cup final, you don't want to be playing any extra overs than you need to.
Or maybe if it was you're playing for the league title as well.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not a bowler, so I'm dipping out of this conversation now.
Yeah, Messi got 14 off 15, bat number 10.
Yeah, he's bowled really well.
Thanks to Matt Council for his stints. He's going to go and get stuff ready for the presentation after the match.
So where's your ball? He's squirmed that away.
They're going to go for 4, I reckon.
I think it will make it.
It's going to no, it's not. Just going to pull up.
It just about beat George Cox at back with point.
They do get 3 this time. That's good. Slightly better running.
And what's the otherwise known by the name Ratty has pulled it in and returned it. They got 3, I think, that time. So where is your man of the match change? Are you?
No,
No,
it's not. Sorry to suspend you. I could have kept you.
You've got an look,
It's an easy decision. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the wickets will be shared, won't they? Let's be honest. Who's got wickets? One for Messi, one for Wardy.
Maybe I'm speaking too early. They could still win it. They could still win it.
Run out.
I'm trying to be balanced there.
No chance. Sorry. No. Not going to happen, is it?
I'm not a gambling man.
3 run-outs doesn't happen, does it?
No, but 3, and actually 2 of the run-outs have been really good run-outs.
Yeah.
Which has been, I think, says a lot about the fielding. One of them was just suicidal.
Ah, long one's going to come up mid-on. Yeah, okay. That's an interesting field move.
Yeah. Kieran Ward there trying to look as though he knows what he's talking about. You watch him hold out now. He'll go straight to him.
Oh, defensive shot. We need 16 and over.
Yeah, I agree there. I tend to agree that
Tricky,
they need to go some.
Deep third is back on the reverse sweep, I guess. Or on that shot. That's a lovely shot, though.
Is he going to get there? That's a great shot. He's timed that well again.
See, that might have been 4 if, well, I don't know, deep cover might have got round, but it didn't have that weird sort of deep third to a spinner is a bizarre position.
It is.
It's a short-ish boundary on that angle on a reverse sweep or a late cut. Don't see it very often. I certainly wouldn't be having a third man to my bowling, but these things happen. That's going to be another one. Yeah, just
Sort of mistimed it backward square. Picked up as 1. Again, I think Wardy's getting through the overs quite quickly again, which helps. I think keeps the pressure on the batsman if they're not hitting boundaries. If it's just 1s and 2s,
yeah,
and he gets through his overs quickly, that it piles more pressure on the batting side. There's surely not another run out. No,
could be
misfield. They're going for 2.
They just look knackered, don't they? The 2 barely even a boundary. I think that's been a problem, isn't it? We've had 1 for each.
Yeah. Do you think the case of chasing the ball around the field for 216 runs in the first innings might be having an effect
I
as
don't
well?
know, because then they had the 10-minute break and then they've sat with the pads on for a while. It's not like they come straight out, these guys batting middle order. And also, there wasn't much ball chasing because it was either 6.
6 or 1.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not like they were running ragged chasing the ball to the boundary. Mostly 6s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you look at the card from the 2 openers, 2 6s for Churchill. They were at the end when he was in the 80s and 90s. But 6 for Jermaine Jones.
6 6s and 5 4s, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah, Jermaine Jones is very close to man of the match. He only got 20 runs less. And a lot less balls. But Finchurch, we've got that run out as well.
Yeah, it sort of caps the season as well. He's back off to Queensland next weekend, I think.
Trains a great cricket.
Yeah. Plays for Queensland University.
Mental how many people are flying out of England this time of September back to their countries to play cricket.
And our summer's just started today.
Yeah, I know.
It's lovely weather, glorious.
Yeah, look at the Quantox, beautiful.
Stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning.
Be dark by the time we're home.
It'll definitely be dark by the time we get home.
Yeah, me too. Right, Messi's going to continue.
Picture the crowd. There's a few in today as well. It's been a good atmosphere.
Yeah, there weren't many awake at 10 o'clock when we started the first game. I think a few had a heavy, like you say, last game of the season, heavy nights out. The first Saturday of September is often a big cricket season night out in your whites or your club polos, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
But people are in and out, enjoying it. He's bowled 4 straight here, hasn't he?
4 straight. It's a great shot, straight down the ground.
Oh, good effort. Great. Oh.
He's gone for one-handed catch there, and that's...
Good effort. Could he have got 2, you trying to say?
No, I'm saying he could have stopped it for 4.
He could have done, but he went for the catch, didn't he?
He's got all glory there. No guts, no glory. I think that's Jermaine Jones out there, long on, and he's charged in, put the big left mitt out, and it's just evaded him and gone for 4.
Oh, that's gone straight again.
Similar shot, one bounce.
That's very good field placement for me. Normally long on and long off will be slightly wider.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I think this guy, they've got him not sussed as such, but they know he's going to hit it straight.
He's going to have to hit gun barrel straight.
Well,
for that to go
when you play each other regularly, and yesterday helps, you sort of know your areas. It's slightly different against a pink ball in a T20 game, but very, very straight.
Yeah,
and that could have been 2 4s. 4 and a 1. Then you get a different batsman strike, and he plays in completely different areas. The late cut, the dab, the third, and you think, actually, you know, you're bowling at a different batter, no different field, but you will score in different areas.
82 for 5 now. 12 and a half overs gone. Meshi charging in. Again on the... Oh, hello. He's done him all ends up there. That is an absolute beauty.
There you go, Mesh. We're talking about the wickets he's taken yesterday in this tournament. Second of the day. Well bowled, sir.
That is out the top drawer for Meshi there. He's... Again, I struggle to remember anyone else hitting the mark as much as he's done all season from all the cricket I've watched this year. It's right up there, and he's taken leg stump in the end, I think. Let's just see it again. He's yorked him.
Yeah, well bowled.
So the tunes ring out around the county ground.
They were good. Good DJing. Nearly as good as your stands on Friday, do we say?
Well, it's a different day.
Different what, because it's kids and adults?
Well, I'll tell you what, with the sun out, it's so much nicer, isn't it? Like
yeah.
When the sun's like this, you can't beat this. And it's been, we were saying earlier, not many counties give the the grassroots cricket and the kids and the chance to play all their finals days at the county ground.
It's quality, isn't it? It's cracking.
Massive respect to Somerset County Cricket Club for doing that, and the Somerset Cricket Foundation too.
Yeah, agreed. No, it just makes me sad. I've still not had the chance. I'm still jealous of all these lads.
You've not played?
No, never played a net. No, never even had a net.
Imagine getting dropped.
Well, yeah. Frightening. Oh, good running. That's better running. Why didn't he show some intensity earlier? Oh, he's thrown that very late. Held on to it and then threw it far too late.
Can't believe there's still 7 overs after this one to go.
Yeah.
It's sort of we're a bit of a lull at the minute. What do you reckon Castle Cary do? Just go complete...
You're on a hide into nothing, really,
complete gun and just give it some long underwear? They've got to, haven't they?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they have got to.
Again, look, he's on the money. On the money.
Good bowling. Good bowler. I've been impressed with him. Ain't give much away.
That was his final ball of his spell. 17 for 2 from 4 in today. In this game, that's
you're not Australian. That's 17 for 2. 2 for 17.
Well,
you went all Australian on that. I know.
I'm half Australian, unfortunately.
Guildford Australian, getting all Australian on the scorecard for
my
him.
mother's Australian, unfortunately.
Oh, we'll let you off.
That's why me and Finn get on all right. But that's also understand why he'll be so annoyed that he got 99 not out. That's the way they are. But yeah, no, I think that's great figures, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 wickets, 17 runs of 4 overs. The crowd excited on this lovely day at Taunton. Wardy continuing from the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion end. He'll be keen to get his 4 overs in. He's only got 18 for 1, which is tidy. So you've commentated on all the games today. What's been your highlight, would you say, so far?
Oh, that's a hell of a question, that. It's got to be that first innings of this game, I think.
You
that
think?
Partnership. It's been the biggest part of the game by an absolute country mile. I mean, nothing else has come close to it. You don't get 100 partnerships in T20s very often. 148, it's got to be that. I think, yeah. Simple as, there's been other moments that have been good, but no, the ball striking was phenomenal.
That's a great shot. Pulls it in, it's just a single. 84 for 6 now. He's thrown one up there. Bit of an edge.
Again, they do look knackered now, don't they? They might have pushed for 3 earlier on, but they're exhausted.
It's been a long season too,
Yeah. Sore bodies this time of year, so many people.
I dare say as well, when we left Castle Cary there was still a few people there last night. I dare say they might have had a few falling down waters.
They wouldn't drink the night before a big cup final, would they?
To celebrate their championship victory.
Good bowling.
he milking it a bit now?
I mean, do you give someone else a bat at this stage? Do you think, look, we're not going to win the game?
I don't know.
I'm
yeah,
knackered. Do I just not leave a straight one necessarily, but big appeal,
big
go
appeal.
down leg maybe?
I think that looked leggy from here.
Yeah.
Maybe the replay will show us more clearly. Paddy Holiday looks happy. I'm sure he's like probably quite relieved. Yesterday going into the last game of the season, top of the league, would have been dreaming of like league champions, you know, going into this game. But he's captained the side well this year, and to get up from being relegated last season back to the Premier League, and then you know, having this to sort of cap the season with.
Ben Warren's giving that from the director's box, but we're not arguing with the umpires. Is it umpire decision final, Ben Warren?
Is it?
Maybe a tiny bit leg sidey, but yeah. Did he go across?
I'm biased, and I'm saying leg side.
You've gone across a bit. Height? Yeah, we're supportive of the umpire.
Yeah, definitely umpire side there. So here comes Chair Smith for his final over of his spell. He's currently 22 without wickets so far, but bowled with pace in his first spell.
Yeah, not quite as quick there, but good shot.
Yeah, lovely shot. Late cut for 1 or 2. They're pushing 2. See, I agree with you. I think they should have been doing this earlier.
Yeah.
Like pushing 1s to 2s, 2s to 3s. So Smith again in from the river end. It's metronomic action, isn't it? It doesn't look.
Yeah,
like
repeatable. Yeah,
very
yeah.
repeatable. Ball back to Captain Holiday from Charlie Hugh down at fine leg. I think someone's going to have to give it some charge in a minute.
It's one of those ones, isn't it? Do you play for your average? Do you enjoy battle?
You can't play, not on a day.
I agree, but then why have they not done anything for a few overs, if we're being honest?
That's gone through him.
They've not really played any shots. They've not, you know, we've not seen a scoop, we've not seen a ramp, we've not seen a charge down the wicket and absolutely try and heave it.
No, you're right. I mean,
It's almost like they're trying to take it deep like MS Dhoni, but I think you've got to go soon.
Well, I think, yeah, the taking it deep is gone, hasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I think that's just beating for pace there. It's beating Paddy for
I mean,
pace
it doesn't
too,
help when the opening bowler comes back on his bowl good wheels and it's hard to get away.
Just
And they
back
got
of the
deep
length, that
third,
one. Just
you
back of the length, and it beats the batsman.
Ah, that's a shot.
That's the shot.
There we
Exactly.
go. Now we're talking.
That's a great shot.
Yeah, that's one of the better shots of the inning.
2 or 3 bounces into the boundary road.
Yeah,
And
impressive.
4 runs. I'm not so sure this next ball will be quite so full.
No, we haven't seen that many short balls.
We haven't. Well,
Use his pace.
we haven't.
Rattle him upstairs, you reckon?
He's not. Yeah, he's not really. He's not really. He's very unflappable, is Smithy. He won't react. But I don't think this is going to be in his half. There you go. And it's gone away.
Yeah, it's gone.
Away for 4 wides. See?
Yeah. Fine leg, sprinted round, tried to get there. Didn't quite get there. Yeah, bowled with pace, and pace has got to be accurate.
2 balls left of his spell. Solid shot through cover. It's batted well.
Yeah, they're getting going a bit now, but as you say, too little, too late. That
It's the 2 opening bowlers at the crease, and they've probably sort of shown more than most of the batsmen.
Yeah.
To be fair.
but they do need 22.6 runs and over. To win the game.
Even I'm feeling confident now. I can.
The champagne's on ice, isn't it?
I hope so.
You got champagne sorted, do you know? Are you in charge of that?
I'm not in charge of it. They wouldn't have let me put. They wouldn't put me in charge of anything like that.
It's a shame.
But I'm sure there'll be there'll be certain drinks on ice later
What's the
on.
journey home? You bus or separate
Yeah,
cars?
we've got a coach, and there's a few going up back home on train. I'll split the club out later if it goes our way.
No, the club up especially for a big Sunday night too. Shame it's not bank holiday tomorrow.
Yeah,
A lot of people going to work tomorrow morning.
I'm not bragging about the day off.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. That's
Get that quiet.
Particularly happy.
Yeah.
But no, look, it'll be a great way to just finish the season off. We've got a club dinner next Friday as well. We normally have it late in the year, but
Yeah, that is quite early.
decided to have it earlier this year. And
Not a bad
I
idea.
quite like that.
Well, it depends if you want to have a social a month later to catch up with mates you haven't seen for a few weeks, or if you want to do it while the season's still fresh. But
To be fair, we probably have had enough of each other for 4
Yeah.
months. And,
if lads are going overseas, that's probably a factor in that.
yeah, it is. Yeah. Although Smithy, I think, has just got himself a new flat in Western Stone for the winter.
Could be the
I
place
said, I
that could
think-
follow through.
I think Finn Churchwood might be onto bigger and better things next year if he
Yeah,
comes back to these shores.
So you won't. When's he flying home?
I think it's next Sunday. He's back to.
Oh, he's got another week. He's got a
Yeah,
week
yeah.
of doing not a lot.
Yeah, he's got family down in Kent, so I think he's going to go and see them.
Yeah, fair enough. He's done now, and he's done
Yeah.
for them.
He's definitely made the most of it.
Nice late cut, but it's only one run, isn't it?
Still trying to wrestle this man of the match away from him.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think he can.
You're trying to make me change my mind, but I don't think I can. No, exactly.
102 for 6 yet, so it's even the cut-off time isn't going to save him now, I don't think.
No.
Unless we play till 9. And that really will be ridiculous. It's a wide one there from Charlie.
It's been a long innings, it feels like. Maybe not the drama and excitement of the first innings, I suppose.
So you're not enjoying yourself?
I'm not quite sure where they can go. Like I said, they want to hide into nothing. Do you know what I mean?
You're right. As I'm saying, that this
If they throw their wickets away, then is that pointless?
It's a
Leave
bit of a
the
lull,
tennis.
isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a
they
bit
want
of
to
a
hide
lull.
into nothing.
It's a bit of a lull.
That's what happens when you concede 200. There's got to run that. Yeah, good.
I think it came, to be honest, not just because we played each other yesterday, but it comes a bit of a shock that it was like bang, 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 bang. 6 overs in, and we're going at 10 and over without any wickets going down, and it was like, sort of set the tone for the game.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one to come back from that. So Charlie Hugh resuming from the Marcus Trescothic Pavilion end with his go faster boots. Ooh,
Just not the Bales miles.
Paddy being, I was going to say ultra efficient, but just sort of like, I don't think the batsman moved much there. Yeah, so the required weight now 27.1. It's going to be tough. And you're right. I don't think if you're batting now 6 wickets down, you don't want to chuck your, and you're 19 now, you don't want to chuck your time at the crease away at the county ground, do you? So there's now 4 overs left. Crowd enjoying the tune and trying to see where the majority of the crowd sit in the sun below us in the Marcus Trescothic Pavilion end. A lot still down on the, my lot are down on the old seats down to the left. And then a few in the family stand, so it's a nice mixture, I think.
Yeah, it's been a cracking crowd. Like stragglers have done really well with people getting food and drink. I know, lads from Wembley have got nothing to do with any of the teams here today. Just come down and watch just for a day out in sunshine.
Yeah, with
Free cricket. There's not enough cricket here, is there?
No. Well, me and Matt talking earlier about a couple of the boys from Cranmore. We played the semi-final
Yeah.
down there as well. It's great to see. And for, I said, Somerset to put this on. Tickets were free to come and sit at the county ground on a day like today with the sunshine out. Can't really beat it. So Hayden Watts coming on now from the River End. Watts, he's played, or Ratty, as we know him. He played the first half of the season for the Ones and sort of been really good all-rounder. Really good all-rounder, like bats and bowls, and had a really good first half of the season. And played a lot in the limited over stuff, in the T20s and some of the Sunday League stuff. Very canny bowler, throws it up, gives it a rip. He actually can turn it.
Don't always have to turn it, just need to surprise people. Vary the pace, keep them interested.
from back and across. It's going to be one, I think. Yeah, I think they've sort of settled in just to carry their bats, these two. You'd want to clear the ropes though, wouldn't you, at the county ground? With a spinner on?
I don't really do sixes, me, mate. Yeah.
Well, you and me alike.
You'd want to try, I suppose, but it's easier said than done.
Yeah. Not another run out.
No. Cool. Keeper jumped up wide end to try and get near that.
Good backing up from Charlie Hugh. Smithy completely let a random one go, random one go from like mid off there. That's a big shot. It's in the air.
That's massive.
6.
That's gone miles up the James Hilder stand. You used to call the Marshall Gothic stand, then the River stand. Look how big that is. You just said you're on at 6.
Yeah, they're gonna, he's going, what? Let's count how many rows he goes back here. That's got to be 20 rows, 10 rows back.
That's phenomenal.
Massive shot, massive shot. He's got it back. The River's got to be one, hasn't it? Over for Lordy and both of them stand.
No one's come near it. Look, that chair's sat down now. The chair that he's at.
Yeah, when Jermaine sat on something, it stays sat on.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
You seen many clear the River here from this? From
Gale,
the opposite
that
end?
ridiculous Somerset Kent game, Gale and North East it if you're in the River. Keys were it if you're in the River, Corin Pollard. There's been a few, but not many this year. I can't remember. Smeed it went over the retirement flats.
Yeah, that's,
Chris,
a big hit.
Chris Jordan whacked 1-2 the other way. He was serious enough at the end of his.
So 116 for 6 now with 3 left. It's not it's not impossible, but it sort of is.
Yeah. The inevitable is 9. They're getting through the overs quickly now. They can.
I think it's
the celebrations.
I think the boys can enjoy this.
Yeah.
Job well done.
No, I agree.
And have you enjoyed your day?
Oh, always. No, it's great to see some different club cricketers from around the county come and get the chance, and just to play with a smile on their face, just be buzzing to be out there. I love it.
No, it's been an absolute. I know for our club, it's been an absolute privilege. I said 130 years old and our first time at county finals day. So yeah, we've thoroughly enjoyed the opportunity.
No, and I'll be well, as soon as this finishes, I'll be legging it down, do my man of the match presentation. Well, that's a big swing. It's gone.
Look at his dad's face. Look at his dad's face. Look at the face. Just look at the face.
That was a filthy hoik, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, our scorer is sitting between thick and glass between us, but he's got a big smile on his face. Writing his boy's name down in the scorebook, bold. He's a happy man. Charlie Hugh removes, and a celebration. He enjoyed that. He enjoyed that.
No, good bit of bowling.
And it's topped with a bit of the Rolling Stones.
The incoming batsman, Kieran Davis.
Castle Cary now 7 down for 117. Charlie Hugh and his Bobby Dazzers getting rid of King. And it's now, it's done. It's 37.5.
It's been done for a while, let's be honest. You've been trying to not say it too early.
Yeah.
You could have said that a while ago and no one would have shot you.
So what can the back end of the Castle Cary innings do? Oh, he's bowling again. He's a hat-trick. Unbelievable.
Oh, he's not going to get a 5 in 5 or something daft and match the man of the match away from
I told you, I think I want to make your job more difficult here.
I know you do.
Charlie Hugh has come up with 2 really top-class deliveries. 2 from 2 bowls. He's removed Davis' first ball. Let's have a look at it on the replay. It's an absolute beauty. A slower ball, I think. Might have thrown it up a bit.
Just good bowling. Full and straight, like you say. That's the key, isn't it? Full and straight.
Full and straight. He's on a hat-trick. Is Paddy going to play ball and give him a hat-trick feel? He's got to, hasn't he?
He's got it, hasn't he? Yeah, like you say.
So Cary Castle Cary now, 117 for 8. Atkinson is up with non-strikers then, 21 from 25. And the incoming batsman is on a hat-trick with Charlie Hugh and his go faster boots on fire. And the required rate is now, look at his dad.
He's buzzing, look at that smile on his face.
Loves it, doesn't he?
That's a serious
He
smile.
loves it, absolutely loves it.
Oh, I wish my dad liked cricket.
So he's on a hat-trick. The crowd are going absolutely wild down below us. There's a hand clap going around. Some of the boys out to the right of us have had too much sun and a few siders, I think. And they're going mental. Charlie Hugh is going to be running into the Marcus Gothic pavilion end. He's already 4 for 2 from 1.3 overs. He's on a hat-trick. And Paddy has got the field in. There's 3 slips, a gully, short point. He's got it! He's only got it, done it! It's a hat-trick.
He could take that. He could take the man of the match away here, couldn't he? I thought that was leg side.
It's a hat-trick on finals day for Charlie Hugh. That is unbelievable. He's
3 for 4.
He's turned the final on its head in one way.
Let's watch the replay though.
Let's have a look.
We don't want to complain about a hat-trick ball. We haven't had to give it. Tell you what though.
Oh, he's banged
Yeah, that's not the LBW. That's the bowled one. Ben's just winding us up here. He's just showing the whole hat-trick.
He's bowled him. He's bowled him. And
He bowled him.
Charlie Hugh with a hat-trick.
Wow. Oh yeah.
There we go. They want the replay on the screen. They want the replay.
I would say that's pretty adjacent.
No lid.
That's pretty
cap.
adjacent in my.
He deserves to go for a hat-trick. You've got to wear a cap or a helmet. You can't just.
He's now. Do you know what? Now that's justified those boots. That's justified those boots for the whole season.
The scorers are giving it out.
Yeah,
They're 2 strips to the left of us.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They're more in line.
They can see it better.
I'm giving it out. Well bowled, Charlie. That's absolutely awesome, mate. What a way to cap finals day here.
That's ridiculous. What a game of cricket we've had here.
Yeah, absolutely. What a way to cap finals day for the mighty Uphill Castle. Charlie Hugh taking a hat-trick. Here it is on the big screen. What the crowd thinking? Oh yeah, the crowd are giving it out straight off. The crowd are straight up there. Yeah, and the boys have mobbed him. The boys have mobbed him. I think Jermaine's nearly taken him out there.
Yeah.
That was nearly a dunk tackle.
Serious celebration. You can't argue with it.
So now Castle Cary 117 for 9. Charlie could take his 4th there. 4 and 4. You seen one of those here?
No, Alfonso Thomas we talk about famously is 4 and 4. I don't think I've ever seen a 4 and 4. No, what can he do? What can the batter do?
Here he comes.
Oh! Tell you what, it's not a bad ball for him.
It's a great ball.
Don't call it a double hat trick. That was an argument. It's a 4 and 4.
Yeah, he definitely hasn't bottled it there. He's given it every chance. I think his dad will be buying a jug tonight. He's ignoring us now.
Yeah.
Now the glory's
He's
gone.
pretending he's not listening.
That's amazing bowling by Charlie. Like, very well deserved. Last ball of his 2nd over here. Oh, Paddy again showing that he took the ball by taking the bails. That's what the keepers do. But great over, great 2nd over from Charlie Hugh. Has 2 overs, 4 runs for 3 wickets. Just a nice sort of way to top the game, I think. So we now have 2 overs.
What an over.
I'm out of breath.
Here we go. Have a look at this one. Now, this hat-trick ball, you can't blame them. You've got to give it. Was it going down leg there? It's hard to tell from there. He's gone across.
He's planted his foot.
Gone across.
He wasn't there.
What a celebration.
He wasn't there where he ended up.
No, he's looking back at the stumps. Tricky one. Tricky one, no, exactly.
You're not suggesting the umpires that have got involved with the moment there?
Well, I wouldn't blame him if I'd be putting my finger up.
I had my finger up. So Ratty in from the river end for the penultimate over. Jermaine Fields at long on. The required weight now 54.5.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's tricky, that, isn't it?
tricky. Can they finish it off by taking the final wicket?
Yeah, you want to do it in style, don't you?
It was throughout the season. I know today's been slightly different with a 99 direct hit. Finn's done his bit, but throughout the season it's been quite a team effort all round for them from the short form of the game and in the league. So it'd be nice Nice for someone like Ratty to get another wicket, the team to round it up by taking 10 wickets for the win.
Here's another angle. This is the angle we want, I reckon. This is a better one. Not that we want to begrudge him his hat-trick, but...
Say he plants his foot.
Oh, that's going a little bit high leg side. I don't know, we give him the hat-trick. He's got it, it doesn't matter, but...
Are you staying in Castle Cary tonight?
They're going to run two here, surely. Surely got to run two.
They're going for it. Yeah, you're right, they had to go for it, and they did. It's a good return from the fielder, but they get the two. Another seagull flies past. Charlie Hugh can't. He's you can see him. He's buzzing down there. He's now fielding at almost a long stop.
Oh, that stayed low, didn't it? Yeah, the long stop.
The
yeah,
long
I
stop
like that.
down there.
Yeah. He's quick, isn't he? He's doing fine leg and third man, basically, isn't he? Doing both of them.
He's in dream world at the minute. He's thinking about those three wickets.
Yeah. Oh, he's throwing the kitchen sink of that. Lovely cover drive. They bat deep, these boys, don't they?
Yeah. He's absolutely flailed.
He's been there a little while now. It's not batting deep.
Like a bullet through extra cover.
The skipper's been there for a fair while. It's not George Bartlett, we should clarify, shouldn't we?
Yes.
And Andrew Bartlett, number 11. George Bartlett's not left Somerset. On his way to Northants, just popped in the Intermediate Cup final. Just thought he'd make a cheeky appearance for Castle Cary.
He played one evening game for them back in April. So he gets his.
Who, Andrew or George?
George, yeah. So 1 over to go we have here, and the writing's on the wall. The cup is almost back in uphill, and they're giving it's on to bowl at the Marcus Chesterfield Pavilion. It's Sam Matthews. He's sort of made been playing in the 2s and 3s at the start of the season. Played sort of the last 3 or 4 games, the ones, and really contributed.
Yeah.
Batted really well in a tight game at home to North Newton a couple of weeks ago, and helped us get across the line by 1 wicket, which probably saw us up in the end. But he's on to bowl at the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion end. They take a quick single through to mid-wicket for 1.
Now, has there been a mistake made here? Charlie Hugh, right, 3 for 4 off 2. Not bowling him earlier, not giving him more. I mean, the other balls haven't done badly, but
I think
the bloke could have got 7 for if he had 2 more overs, you never know.
I'll take it up with Paddy later. I'm sure his dad will as well.
Well, yeah.
No. Oh, that's a rank long up. He's only going to get 1. No, you're right. I think if you'd offered him 2 for 4 for 3 off 2 overs, he'd have bitten your hand off for that again at the start of the game. But he's bowled well, and he bowled much more tidy today than he did yesterday, and I'm really pleased for him because he's had a good year. A couple of years.
Oh, what a catch!
What a catch! What a catch to end it!
Oh, what a finish! That's like a TKC moment.
That is one hell of a grab by the big man. He has plucked that out of absolutely nowhere, and I don't know where he's run it. He's run right off.
Oh, he's giving it the church and the celebration. Where's he going?
He's going to the fans. He's running down.
He loves it. Look at that.
He's giving it the absolute big one. Fair play, that was a hell of a grab. He's put the mitts out. The big right mitt scoops it. And that's the game.
That's another contribution to my man of the match spiel there. Mike King got 4 for 31 and losing calls for Castle Cary. He's not done badly. He's not even coming into it.
That is a hell of a way to win the game. That's a hell of a way. And nice for Sam. That's a wicket for Sam Matthews as well. But what a grab. That is a hell of a grab by Jermaine Jones. He's absolutely flown. Put the big right mitt out and it's stuck. It has stuck, and he has celebrated like only Jermaine can. Who's going to get in his way? I wouldn't want to.
Brilliant finish to a brilliant game of cricket. That was probably the other 2 games were closer, but there was more amazing moments in that game today. It's been a cracking finals day. Thanks for all of you listening, engaging in the comments. And, any final words? Go for it.
No, just want to say thank you to everyone. It's been a great season. I know from Upper Castle point of view, what an end to the season, but also we've had a ding-dong battle throughout the year with Castle Cary. Their 2 teams were champions yesterday in both their leagues. They fully deserved it. And we've come up on top today, but what a day. Thanks to Somerset Camp Cricket Club, thanks to Cricket Foundation, and thanks for everyone for listening in, and we hope to be back next season.
Brilliant, thank you ever so much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here today at the Cooper Associates County Ground for this intermediate cup final. Thank you for both teams for being finalists. Congratulations, both making this far, Castle Cary and Uphill Castle. Okay, before we get the presentations underway, we're going to have a quick word with both the captains. So can I ask Rich Atkinson, the losing captain from Castle Cary, please, to come up. Rich, tough day out there. A little bit of a grunge match, was it?
I think they wanted to win that more than we did. Their opening pair were fantastic. I mean, batting there was phenomenal, so well done.
Yeah, to be fair, it was an impressive game to watch. Thank you very much, and all the best for next season. Okay, the captain from the winning team then from Uphill Castle, Res Paddy. Paddy, big smiles and a very happy team.
Yeah, the boys did everything. It didn't foot one until we were on it from ball one and we got what we deserved at the end, so really happy with the boys.
Any standout performances? I know there are a few that we watched, but who shone through in your team, in your opinion?
Well, the keeper was pretty good, to be honest. Jabber and Finn up front were quality. They set the table for everyone else. Tommy Lee came in and smashed it around, and then quick ball, everyone turned out. Slippy and Conti up front, and then Charlie getting his hat trick. Messi with the ball as well. Quality from everyone.
Lovely, thank you very much. Join the team, Paddy from Uphill Castle. Okay, to present the Player of the Match award, who's doing live stream commentary all day. He's joined us now to present the award. Harry Everett.
Well, there's been a lot of decision making up in the commentary box, a lot of thinking about this. And if you notice, there's been so many amazing contenders. If we go to Castle Cary, Mike King, 4 for 31 and losing cause, not bad. Not a bad effort, that. But then you've got to look at the partnership, the opening partnership, tremendous hitting, 79 of 33 balls, 5 fours and 6 sixes to Wayne Jones. And then the Tom Cody Cadmore moment, the catch to win it, pretty awesome. Charlie Hugh, hat trick, 3 for 4 off 2 overs, probably should have bowled a bit earlier maybe, you can say. But going to have to give it, it's only one man, so going to have to get the man match. Really gutted, I think everyone here thought he deserved 100. But 99 not out on 65 balls. And the direct hit run out. Coming out the man of the match, Finn Churchwood.
Okay, before we get the trophies given out, a couple of thank yous and the live stream team today, run by Ben Warren. A massive thank you to them and the guys in the middle then, Scott and his team on the ground getting all 3 games. Massive round of applause for them. Okay, your scorers for the final match there then, Chris Cowley, Gary Hugh and Kerry Davis. Thank you very much. If you'd like to come and get your medals. And your match umpires for the Intermediate Cup final, Alan Ritchie and Jeff Wall. Okay, to collect the runners-up medals and trophy, led by Captain Rich Atkinson, it's Castle Cary Cricket Club. And behind Rich Atkinson, in the team, there's Carl Wood, Joe Atkins, Andrew Bartlett, Kieran Davis, Jamie Ellsworth, Al Henley, Nick Hewlett, Matt Holland, Mike King, Dan Lake, and Tom Williams. And can I ask the winner's captain from Uphill Castle Cricket Club to come forward, Holly Holiday! And falling in, the rest of his team, Shah Smith, Jermaine Jones, George Cox, Tommy Llewellyn, Finn Churchwood, Sam Matthews, Charlie Hugh, Himesha Hamathij, Kieran Ward, Hayden Watts and Harry Flake. And once again, Somerset Cricket Foundation's Intermediate Cup, sponsored by Somerset County Sports, your winners, Uphill Castle! Once again, on behalf of Somerset Cricket Foundation, Somerset County Cricket Club, all the staff and players, can I wish you all a very safe journey home and maybe see you at next year's finals day. Once again, Uphill Castle!